Take a look inside your hearts, Cobrats. I'm TryclydeTamer, and welcome back to Super Mario 3D Land. I'm TryclydeTamer. I gotta reiterate that stuff, don't you know? Let me just scroll down to my proper mic things and get Mario 3D Land loaded up. And while we're here, we're going to have a very special guest on Discord, one who has guested before. Provided they are ready to be called, I'm going to send that call request right here. And there they are.
I am ready to be called.
Yeah, very cool. Let's do a little bit of balance there. Close that. Oh man, it's so different now because I'm running Discord on the main PC instead of my laptop. I don't know how my CPU load's going to be, man. Let's see what it's looking like right now. On OBS it says 2% being used. And on Task Manager, 13%. Very overloaded. Haha. Alright, so it's going to be a pretty chill, probably not final stream of this game. Might still have one more session after this, and who knows how long this one's going to be. Because this is going to be pretty much just replaying some levels and getting some flagpoles, and starting us off, we're going to take on Bowser again as Luigi.
Is there any limit to how many star medals are in this game?
I mean, there's like the Street Pass ones you can get, but there's like the, I think, 300 base in the game. Aside from the mystery houses you can kind of get ad infinitum, kind of like all those extra shop moons in Odyssey. By the way, do let me know how audio balance is on stream, because sometimes my voice may be a little bit louder than the game, but that's kind of ideal anyway. Because I also don't want to be the game too loud in my ears, for one thing.
Let me check the stream.
Alright. Much appreciado. Whoa, almost lost my power there. I could probably go 3D mode. Not even mess up the stream too much, it just looks shifted in one direction or another. Whoa, I'm about to die. That's okay.
Sound quality's okay.
Not bad. Oh, that better stay with me. You can never trust a moving platform in this game to stick with you. I remember having a little bit of trouble in my first few runs on this level back in the last year. Oh yeah, there's another person in chat that I was thinking would show up as well. Hello to them in their first time chat. Plenty O commands. If you're interested in who the guest is, you can do !guest. Give them a check out. That's kind of why I was running a tiny bit late, adding a command for that.
Oh, wait.
Gotta drive that engagement, man. I remember last year on stream I kept missing that 3rd star medal right here. It was like, just get it off screen. It's a little bit unorthodox. But hey, not a problem. What's up?
I played this game, and I tried getting everything. I think I actually did end up getting everything, like all the golden flagpoles, all the star medals.
Yeah.
But I tried doing it without dying once, and I eventually did it. It took me so long.
Really? Like a no death run of the whole game?
Yeah. Yeah, like the death meter was 0.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've had a handful of deaths in every session. Not so much of this one yet, but that can change anytime soon. Trying to do some kind of tight gyro controls without messing up the USB. At least I have plenty of mini USBs, or is it micro? I always get them confused. That goes into here.
I gotta switch my internet plan soon because I forgot that I'm not on unlimited internet. I have limited internet.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So you got a data cap?
Yeah, I have a free extra month of it, in case like I run out for 1 month.
Oh, it was just like a promotional thing?
Yeah. I have 75, I've used 75% of my data this month.
PD Piranha moment.
Oh yeah.
With Luigi this time. Super Luigi Sunshine win.
Hopefully next year.
Ha. Yeah, this year would be cutting it a little too close. This year's already chopped up to be pretty good. Nintendo-wise. And yeah, other things-wise.
Hopefully we get another big Mario game this year, like Odyssey 2 or Galaxy 3.
Big thing this year is probably going to be a new Mario Kart, based on rumors. And probably
Mario
just
Kart 9.
various kart stuff, or side stuff.
I have
But
a feeling,
something I'd like to see is a 1000 Year Door remake. That'd be cool.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I have a feeling for Mario Kart 9, the added characters are going to be the rabbits from Odyssey.
Probably. Yeah, the Brutals.
Yeah,
Or even Rabbids.
yeah, Brutals or rabbits, maybe.
Yeah.
Mario Kart's trying to do the whole Smash Bros thing and add a bunch of characters. So.
People seem kind of divided on that. Like, keep it Mario Kart or kind of rebrand it as a Nintendo Kart. They're obviously already flirting with that with Mario Kart 8, with the Inklings, Link, and everything. Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm just vibing, fighting Pink Flame blowing Bowser Man. Mr. Bowser. Time's up over Kablowser.
Bowser's flame blasts in this fight are a little fruity.
Yeah.
A little pinker than usual.
It's a little pink around the gills. Yeah, the third Mario 3D whatever game, it's going to be fish-based. So you're going to fight Fishowser as the final boss. Oh man. He's trying to go for a epic no-hit finish, but oh well. Got it done. No dust for having not played this level since last stream. Actually, I think I played it off stream, like right after last year. Insult to injury, or rather, a very insulting injury, getting bumped like that.
Is lava like a hot tub for Bowser?
I don't know. Turns him.
Because it seems to just come back from time.
I would say it turns him down to skin and bones, but with Dry Bowser, it's just bones.
Is Dry Bowser a completely different character now, or something?
I mean, in all the main games, it's just Bowser in dry form. So,
yeah.
I don't know. There's probably not much thought put into it. Kind of like the whole King Boo / Big Boo different iteration situation. All right, we're gonna get Golden Flagpole here. No, we're not, but I think we already got it covered as Luigi anyway. As I did off screen. Luigi is the real swag muffin around here, getting the girls in Peach.
I saw this meme about this scene. I just thought it was gonna be like a Mario saves Peach in the flagpole. Instead, he jumps on the flagpole, jumps off it, and then forward airs her and smash.
With a little bit of that. I wish you could free float like this. Imagine a P-Wing in this game. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. We got the P flying squirrel power and...
Yeah. And it's MBU.
I recently got U Deluxe.
Yeah. I do have that, but I haven't really touched it that much. I mean, I haven't even touched regular Brothers U or even Luigi U at all. It's one of very many games on the backlog.
Luigi U is just supposed to be a hard mode, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like how you go through the special worlds here, just kind of a remix and more difficult stuff.
Yeah. So, Master Mode, Master Quest.
Imagine if that was the thing. You did all this stuff, Golden Flagpoles as Mario and Luigi, all the star medals, and now you gotta play the levels mirrored. That actually would be kind of fun to do.
Play the levels mirrored as Link.
Yeah. Gotta find a way to side jump and get a golden flagpole as Link too. Tanuki Link, that'd be interesting. Shake this thing around. Let's see if I can.
We can see Tanuki Link in Smash.
Yeah. Oh, I thought something was messing up. I saw my mouse cursor show up, but it's nothing. Ooh, this one's for the super fans. Can I shake it around? Yeah. Oh, it's only the toads jumping. That's the only movement we get. Everything but Peach.
I didn't know you could do that.
It's a little niche to do. And do you know about blowing flowers away?
Yeah, I do know about that.
Yeah, you probably do it a lot in New Super Mario Brothers. The spinning and getting coins out of them. And with that, we now have 4 stars on the file. On my 3DS Sona Catserine. Alright, so now it shows the L and M logos for golden flagpoles is Mario and Luigi. So now we just kind of have to scroll through all the other levels and get them taken care of. But as I once said, I'm not gonna try to be way too expertful about it. I'm just gonna get stone leaves as much as I can, then just try to blitz through all the levels, and I might not even do all these on screen anyway. But while we're vibing, I will do what I can. And kablam. I played this level already a few times today. Trying to chain together all the 1-ups and farm the stone leaves you can get. Of course, not the most optimal 1-up trick in this game. That is reserved for level 1-2. I could do that a little bit on the stream again as well. I kind of did in the first session. A year ago. Over a year ago.
Mario Kart 9, they're gonna add the 4 main characters from South Park.
I would say it's a system seller, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe already has that covered, even to this day. There we go, with our hidden stone leaf. See how I'm calling it the more official name now?
Eric, sit down. Mario Kart's not real.
Oh my god, it is real!
You guys.
I will prove it to you. Oh no. Hey, look at me going for the golden flagpole again. I just want the 1-up out of the deal, man. We have 321. Fun fact, that's the area code for the Space Coast of Florida, where I lived. But now it's 322. Because it was Countdown County.
I feel like my new Super Mario Bros. Wii stream playthrough is gonna be one of those back burner things, and I'm not gonna finish until a long time in the future.
I wouldn't blame you.
I like playing it, but I like playing a lot more games better.
Yeah, kind of diversify genres, series, and all that.
Yeah, I still need to finish
Mario.
I still need to finish FNAF.
Yeah.
Still need to finish New Super Mario Bros.
Kind of the case for me. I only did FNAF 1. I mean, yeah, I kind of did say anyway. I was gonna kind of space it apart over time. Man, Cosmic Clone.
I kind of just want to get Undertale over with, because, to be honest, Undertale's kind of overrated. And
it do be good.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I've played it like a bunch of times, and I think I'm burnt out on it for a while.
Yeah, that's probably why I haven't followed up immediately with another Genocide run. Like, I did my LP of Genocide, but I feel like I could do a better run of it at least. It was like kind of awkward. It's like the very first LP that I haven't actually have like a set end date for. Like all my other ones have like recorded from starting date to ending date. I don't know why I'm going all this way for no reason. I got time.
It's like one of those games that end up becoming a chore instead of a fun thing to do.
Yeah. Kind of seems to be the case with a lot of RPGs these days.
Yeah.
I mean, at least
Mario Kart 7 kind of become a chore for me after playing it for a while.
I think I did have a decent romp where I tried to like 3-star everything. I was like, not really for me. Then I tried to make it a series where I did online racing. My first time it was like, I did a camera recording before I had a 3DS capture card.
Like, today streaming Mario Kart, I actually enjoyed that. I was able to do that for almost 3 hours. I think it was 3 hours, actually.
Yeah.
Like, my Undertale streams are down to, like, an hour and 5 minutes at most.
Yeah. It's kind of, like, reverse for how I do things. Like, on the... Every now and then when I stream Mario Kart 8, I do, like... Well, I mean, I don't only have to 3-star anything now that I've got all Grand Prix covered for 200cc. I just do a little bit of online modes, and I do, like, less than 2-hour streams for those.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna kind of just jump around all these worlds and fill in what I need to fill in. Or I could do a secret box level. Bonk. I don't even want to grab that Tanuki leaf, because I got stone Tanuki leaves better. Unless I want to diversify. No, I missed out on coins. If only I got 2 more for a nice number.
Damn.
Alright, Luigi, are you going to burn or go to the beach?
Can you say that word on Twitch? Can you say the D word on Twitch? I know Twitch is very parental-like.
I don't know in particular what D word you're saying, but you can send it. Here, how about you can either do it over Discord or as a whisper on Twitch. Like, just hover over my name and hit whisper.
I'll just spell it. DAMN.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I just don't know how, like, how strict Twitch is.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of good for level 1 swears.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitch, did you hear about the whole thing between Ninja and Pokimane?
I've seen headlines. I don't really care to look into it that much.
Yeah.
Not to say I don't view various drama, maybe more so political streamers than anything.
Yeah. You gonna watch Moon Knight when it comes out?
Yeah.
Sure about the actor from Midnight Man?
Yeah, that he just died.
Yeah.
A little unfortunate.
Skiing accident. Yeah.
It's always skiing accidents.
Yeah. So there's a lot of celebrities who die from skiing accidents.
Like, remember a rumor? It's probably a rumor that's circulated a few times in different years that Eddie Murphy died in a skiing accident, even though he's still alive to this day.
Yeah.
I end the stream. Check on Twitter trending. Eddie Murphy has died at age 63 or however old he is. Probably around that.
By the way, when you're on the other side of that bridge, I think I remember being able to long jump over the lava over into the wooden bridge.
Yeah, it's kind of just playing it safe.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I don't have to worry about any star medals or anything.
Yeah.
So I can just blitz through the levels. There's already been some I've already gone through, like some rotating block ones. I can just like go zoomba boomba. But something I do have to worry about is a golden flagpole. Go 3D mode to make sure I'm not missing it in the slightest. Not even gonna try to ground pound onto it because that's already screwed me over one time. Going statue mode and it like just set the right amount of hitbox to where I hit slightly lower on the flag somehow. Instead of the yellow tip.
Yeah. This game is
an interesting moment. Now we go to the beach, eat Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Anyway, what controversial thing were you about to say about this game?
I'm just saying that it's got its bugs.
Yeah, I say so. I don't think this game was a launch title for the 3DS, no, because Ocarina of Time 3D and Pilot Wings were, but not this. This was a bit more of a holiday release, along with Mario Kart.
I thought this was a holiday. I thought this was a console release.
I
release title.
Might need to confirm on that.
Let me look it up.
Because, actually, did 3DS release early 2010 or 2011? Because I didn't get mine until 2011. Here's a skip we can do. No poison shrooms, though. Yeah. Woohoo. Just try not to lose my Tanuki leaf, especially for an awkward flagpole like this one. There we go. Might need to go 3D mode for this, just for safety. Gravitate, there we go. We're working through. Are you going in research mode?
Yep.
Cool. Well, yeah, right here on my piano I have a little thing of all the enemy names that I need to reference. Because instead of money bags like in Mario 64, the one in this game is called a coin coffer. It's like money bags in 64, and the Starbit dudes in Galaxy called Peta Peta.
I don't think it was a release title. It was the first Mario game to be on the 3DS, but it came out in November, and the 3DS came out February.
Okay. So February 2011.
2011, so yeah, you were right, it was 2011.
Okay. For some reason, there's like some significance of 2010 to the 3DS. I mean, I guess just high-level showcasing and E3 and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fling. Yeah, because...
Was it 2013 when they stopped releasing games to the Wii? Well, I mean, like, big games.
Roughly around there.
Yeah.
Just Dance 22 is still on the Wii, though.
Yeah. I think Super Mario Galaxy 2 was one of the last releases because it was a 2012 release.
Galaxy 2 was 2010, actually.
Galaxy 2 was 2010?
Yeah. I remember.
I thought it was 2012.
And Skyward Sword was 2011. Then Xenoblade didn't really come to the US until like 2012. Or probably even later. Because it was like kind of a mostly European thing. And of course, originally Japanese.
Yeah, it was 2010. What game I think that came out in 2012?
Big name ones.
I'm looking at the 2012 Wii releases.
Yeah. I'm playing a much easier version of a Shadow Clone level that kind of caused some ire earlier. Doodly-doo. Yeah, just gotta let the Cosmic Clone chase you all the way around here so you can time yourself to a Star Coin. Star Medal. It's gonna be super proper.
Mario Party 9, I think, might have been it, because it came out in 2012.
Okay, makes sense. And what a game that was. Based on...
I enjoyed Mario Party 9.
Huh. I mean, yeah. I haven't played it myself, but a lot of people are like, not the best Mario Party.
I didn't know that there was a Poke Park 2. Poke Park 2 came out in 2012 too.
I remember the commercial for it. Poke Park 2 Wanders Beyond. Like a fun song jingle for it.
Yeah. Did we borrow Poke Park from you?
Yeah, you did at one time.
Yeah. It was a nice game.
That's like one of the first mini games. It's like, this is a fun game. Then I never actually played it. That was like 2010. That's like when that rabbit hole started for me. Like, oh, I get a cool game. Don't play a cool game for a long time. Yeah. A lot of games for Christmas that year. Poke Park, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Sonic Colors. None of which I've fully beaten.
There's been several years for Christmas that I've gotten Super Mario Galaxy. That's why it's like my most... When I think of Super Mario Galaxy, I think of Christmas.
Yeah. And also, there's like a connection to Christmas 2010 and all those games that I got but haven't beaten. Do you know what the connection is? I got a little device called a Dazzle DVC 100, also known as a low-end capture card. So I started making playthroughs back then.
Interesting.
So yeah, here I am, almost 12 years later, doing content of a game I've played a few times.
My first full playthrough that I actually finished, on anything on YouTube was Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah.
And I recorded it from my TV screen. And did you watch all my playthroughs of Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
I've seen a good handful.
You see the last one?
Wouldn't fully remember too much.
Well, basically, the Death Egg. I was terrible at Sonic, so I ended up using debug mode to win.
Well, can't say that hasn't been the case for my LP of that. Did you even know I LP those games with a friend?
I did not know LP the Sonic.
It's probably one of my more entertaining LPs because, I mean, my friend Eli, he's a character in and of himself, very entertainment-minded, and he's a big Sonic fan. So, we played Sonic 1 legit for a little bit, but then, like halfway through, it's like, you know what, we're going debug mode. And then we've had insane times for the Sonic games. We only did Sonic 1, 2, and 3, Knuckles.
When my mom owned the Pizza King, we had a Sega Genesis there, and we would always play Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and use debug mode a lot.
Yeah.
I used it so much that I memorized like the codes and everything for it.
It's just forever ingrained into your mind now.
Yeah. 1971 917 is how you open up.
Crap.
Level select.
Yeah.
4126 for all emeralds.
Mm-hmm. Can't exactly say I have too many codes memorized. I mean, let's see. It's probably more so, like, muscle memory with, like, actions for a lot of games. Not so much in this game, because, I mean, it's not too ingrained in my memory. But Monstrum, even though it is a randomly generated game, I still vibe with it quite a bit, with as much as I play.
I have a cheat code that I remember, but I don't remember what game it's for.
What is that cheat code?
Up, down, left, right, A, B, start.
Oh, yeah. It's in a lot of games. It's not quite the Konami code or anything.
Yeah.
But there's up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. Or probably not quite all that, but up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. You know what code that is for?
It sounds familiar.
Debug in Sonic 3 in Knuckles. I might have messed it up a little bit, but somewhat to that extent.
I think that's pretty close.
On the swing in Angel Island, and then Mushroom Hill. Hey, don't be lowering on me, Mr. Puffer.
I think
Cheap.
up, down, left, right, A, B, start might actually be level select for Sonic Hedgehog 1.
Yeah, something to that extent. Sonic games on stream win. Haha. For me and you.
Yeah. Maybe I should do a replay through of Sonic Hedgehog 2 and not cheat this time.
Yo! Oh, I was worried about not getting golden flagpole there, but I got it. Imagine if I did like a redux run of the Sonic games with my friend Eli. I've always wanted to like do a lot of stuff with more IRL friends at least. I mean, you're an IRL friend, along with an IRL cousin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the blue Toad House. It's just like for letter stuff.
Every time I see a blue mushroom, I'm reminded of the mini mushroom from New Super Mario Bros.
It's gonna make you go fun, fun, fun. Whoa! Oh yeah, it's the whole thing where you can look. There's that one. Go, my army! I'm surprised he's not weighing down the airship more there. Probably putting in a lot of work. How are you? Oh yeah, we're playing all the greatest hits. Oh yeah, Peach is gonna get hurt. She's gonna go tiny mode. Baby Peach. She's thwonking them. She got herself a 1-up. Running! This feels like Mario anime movie thing. That right there. And there's that, as that's been seen before, then that.
Does Chris Pratt play Mario in this one too?
Maybe. It's me. I'm Mario. That's not the real voice. Okay. Wow.
I hope that they put like a filter over Jack Black's voice for when he does Bowser, because Jack Black's voice isn't going to work for Bowser, I don't think.
I mean, you never know.
I guess we'll see.
People were a little uncertain about how Jim Carrey could portray Robotnik.
Yeah. It worked.
I mean, there was a bit more creative freedom with that.
Yeah.
And I played Psychonauts 2 without even fully realizing it was Jack Black voicing a character and singing a song in character. Like, it didn't really seem like a normal Jack Black thing to do. Like his normal voice.
Psychonauts 1 or 2?
Number 2, character Helmet Fullbear.
The one you give to me is 1, right?
Yeah. In fact, you could look.
I saw that.
You could look up later. Psychonauts 2. I think it's called Colors of Your Mind. Fun little musical performance.
I haven't played the first one yet.
Yeah, you probably can now.
Maybe I should stream that.
Maybe. I need to stream it soon. No, I don't want to be in regular World 1. I could probably be strategic and like go to a level that has stone leaves instead of just replaying this one. But don't know for sure which one would have it to immediate memory. This one maybe. I feel like that one's more of a boomerang level. And I'm just gonna go to special one. Just to get some guaranteed ones. Instead of 2 fire flowers. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Burn down the flagpole? That'd be one way to get it. And I've come to learn that the rolling jump in this game is just such a red herring. Like, doesn't actually give you good mobility for flagpoles. May as well just do a regular long jump.
Isn't the rolling 2 about the same speed as your run speed anyways?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Let's do some experimentation. I mean, yeah, we got the Tanuki spin style right there. Then, like, I made kind of a connection with Metroid, or at least Super Metroid. Like, it's kind of a weird thing. Like, you don't want to start pressing B to run immediately. At least, like, for a little trick in the game called Mock Ball. Like, you want to wait just like a half second before you press run to actually get to full speed in a better rate. That is to be seen when I do a vanilla run of Super Metroid. Probably kind of due for another Metroid game soon. The last one was Dread, and then the whole shebang of the Prime trilogy.
The Metroid game I got the closest to beating was the one for the 3DS.
Yep, Samus Returns.
Yeah.
That's another stream thing for me. Like, I did the original version, Metroid 2, for New Year going into 2021. Then I was thinking around now I could be doing like AM2R, the fan game remake. And then the official remake being Samus Returns. How many versions of the same game can you play? Wait, oh crap, I didn't even grab the second stone leaf. But I think there's more in this level in particular. Oh, there's a boomerang flower, but I don't know if I want to grab that. It's gonna kill the boomerang brothers. Les frères boomerang.
Something we could do is, one time we could eventually, if you want to, stream Subspace Emissary.
Yeah,
with
that could be interesting. Yeah.
Connect play.
Indeed. That's actually something I did with my speedrunner friend back in the day. An LP of Subspace. That was like right after I did the Sonic Mega Collection with the other friend. Real T2 OGs would know. Because I remember we were like trying to finish Sonic kind of quickly. At least Sonic 2. We were getting into Mystic Cave. That's the zone, right? The tree.
Yeah, the one that sounds like Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. It's like, we gotta beat this game. Ian's on its way so we can record Subspace. Even though I was like trying to keep it coy then. Actually, I feel like I uploaded Subspace before Mega Collection. Man, how schedule-oriented I was back then. Alright. Being a middle schooler. Ha. Floimp. Hoping for a stone Tanuki leaf here. And indeed I got one. It hath been redeemed. Slap. Whoa.
You're gonna become a full-time streamer one day?
Haha. Well, did I tell you about the slight development for fiber internet today?
No, I did not. No, you did not.
There are orange flags in our yard, which means we're getting that much closer. Who knows how much closer? But very soon we'll have fiber. I mean, not like I'm really struggling to stream right now with my 4.5
fiber optics
megabit upload. Yeah.
We can switch to fiber optic internet here.
Yeah. It depends on if you really want to.
My roommate wants to, and he's willing to pay for it, so.
Okay.
Why not?
It'd work. It would allow all you guys to put your heads together and use up as much bandwidth as you like, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, good lord.
Oh yeah, here we go with this one. I feel like it was chugging a little bit there. Yeah, I have 32 drop frames so far. Oh man, that's a whole 0%. Shmeem, shmeem, shmeem. The level vibes. Into that door. Alright, let's see if I can do something like this. Even though it might be a little too high up to go. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk that.
That one place called Beat Block Galaxy?
Yeah. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Ooh, I don't trust this at all. I don't know why I'm even going for it. Bing, bing, bing. I like the memes that do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or, like, people falling over and then it does like a dry bones thing.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that Kanye West one where he falls over and breaks.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Ooh, the star to get the pursuer out of the way.
The Tanuki leaf just makes this game a whole lot easier.
Yeah. And actually, I haven't even had a situation where it gave you the gold suit yet. That is in this game, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the gold suit only comes if you
die.
Die a certain amount of times, yeah.
Yeah, in one level. It may have happened in a stream last year, but I don't remember because it was last year. Mario's going to a clockwork level. The old clockworks. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Something I'm due to LP/stream sometime.
Clockwork Orange, Luigi's Mansion Dark.
Beow, 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 beow. This is what I call a bad Ouija day.
The characters from Clockwork Orange were in Space Jam too.
Oh, they were? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I briefly saw it.
Yeah, Pennywise is also in it.
Mm-hmm. Like,
and
was it...
for some reason, Rick and Morty.
Yeah. I know they were more prominent.
Yeah. Pennywise and Clockwork Orange characters were just background characters.
Yeah, I was about to say. Gotta capitalize on the multiverse hype these days.
Yeah.
Like the things kind of in vogue right now are multiverse concepts and, villainous hero characters, like in The Boys or Invincible.
Oh, yeah. Or like the Harley Quinn show.
Yeah. Suicide Squad. Okay, I was kind of worried about that being bad. Alright, should I do a big skill here?
Tobey Maguire's Mario.
Luigi, what are we doing around here? You are someone else, Luigi.
Luigi Garfield.
Andrew Garfield could be a good Luigi. But for now, we're just gonna have to settle for Charlie Day.
I think Andrew Garfield would make a good Robin.
Okay, something is kind of coming to light. I don't think I have the golden flagpole as both Mario and Luigi. It just has to be at least one of them. I'm not for sure. I mean, it kind of makes sense because in 3D World, you only have to golden flagpole as at least one person, but you have to touch as everybody else.
Yeah.
And of course, we're doing this one that I've died a few times on earlier.
It took Silas 2 years, but he finally 100% completed 3D World.
Oh, cool. Now we have to get it again on Switch.
Might have not been 3 or 2 years. I don't remember when we got the Wii U, but it was at least 1 year.
I want to say it was early. I mean, like I've always been doing like a lot of system manipulation stuff in early parts of the year, so it feels like it could have been either early 2020 or 19.
I thought it was like late 2019.
Yeah, it's probably around there. So we're around the 2-year point for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just have to golden flagpole as only one, and then just touch as the other. Because it would show, like, logo on a flagpole instead.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's one less level of pain. But it's not like it would really had too much overlap anyway. Because I'm just doing a lot of replays anyway. Schwong. Schwong.
Don't be fooled, those are real Goombas, they're just Paper Mario.
No. It reminds me of like the fake Krabby Patty in SpongeBob that just flops over.
Oh yeah.
That's what I always associate like cardboard cutouts with, that have like the little wooden legs.
What are those things called? The little suction cup leg guys?
Oh, these guys right here?
Yeah.
Trying to look at the name of them on my piece of paper, but kind of in the middle of platforming. Once I get to a safe spot, I'll look, or I can just pause the game. They are called Floppy Hoppers.
They remind me of the ones from New Super Mario Bros. Where the suction cup feet and they're in the forest levels.
Yeah. And yeah, those guys are called Bram Balls in the New Super Mario Bros. Games, and then there's Swap Hoppers in Galaxy 2. The ones that change with the gravity.
Oh yeah.
I was worried that Magic Koopa was gonna screw me over big time. Man, why all these clocks here? So many clocks, man. I don't need no teleportation blocks. I don't want to go for the stern of the ship, though, or whatever it's called. Never really learned my ship anatomy. You think I should? All this time I play Monstrum.
Yeah. I don't. It's all just the poop deck to me.
Yeah. Well, it's a deck, so it may as well be the poop deck. And the crow's nest is where the crow poops, so it's also a poop deck.
Yeah.
And if you go to the galleys, you can poop on the floor after you're eating, so you can call that the poop deck.
If you go to the peak, you can peek at people pooping. It's poop peak.
Spiral Mountain. Are you kind of excited to play Banjo? Or just like, it exists. Because it'll just be Xbox completion for me, because I already have that run underway. Gotta watch myself. Because this level gave me trouble earlier, too. Yes, I could almost have done right there. I don't know what I'm so worried. I'm just so worried about losing my darn Tanuki. Should probably also be grabbing these clocks a little bit more diligently, too. Here we go. We're going to do this. Do the careful wall jumping. Yeah. Enough spreading apart. I'm not going to risk any crazy jumps there, though. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. No. I knew it was happening because I bonked. I bonked big time. Let me try to grab this one. As he talks about caffeine! Carefully. At least that kind of stalled him. Oh yeah, I gotta say my stream words. Staggering, stalling.
Shooting.
Slapping up a storm. Wow. Schwong. Wahoo! Alright, we got the golden flagpole as Luigi, so let's see if we can match it as Mario. Ooh, without even a long jump. Sometimes the long jump doesn't register, but we got a golden flagpole regardless. And it was so cool. No flag on that tower spire over there. Let's see, let me get a gander over here. Haven't done an audio check for a minute, but I'm sure it's been fine.
I just thought of another thing that might be on the back burner for you to play eventually. The Crash trilogy.
That too. I'm like kind of meticulous on how I want to handle that. It's like I want to play the PS1 versions, just get the classic feel, then do Insane Trilogy, whether on PS5 or PC instead of Switch. Alright, Mario, here you go again with this. Our stone leaf grinding. Alright, how far are we into this? Wow, only 44 minutes. I could probably get most of these levels cleared back through. I don't know if I'd reach the crown level tonight. Save that for its own stream. Even though, I gotta say, it's probably not the hardest of challenge levels in Mario games. Whoa. Alright, gotta remember to circle back for the hidden block. Just kind of vibing with the 1-ups. I got a year's worth, 365. Boink.
Yeah.
They're not called points, they're called plot plots, something like that. Block, no, not block a block, that's the weird block snake thing. Prongo, that's what these guys are called. Blue spiky enemies. Going too high up, Mario. Flying too close to the sun. Speaking of flying close to the sun, did you watch Eternals?
I have not watched Eternals yet.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there's better Marvel movies out there, but it's a decent watch.
Right now I'm in the process of two shows I'm watching right now.
Yeah.
And they're both DC. I'm watching Doom Patrol and Titans.
Yeah. Might get a DC thing going on at some point. I mean, I've seen Dark Knight trilogy, but it's not really DCEU essentially. It's all a bunch of different universes.
Yeah.
Nothing particular.
Who plays Batman in that trilogy?
Christian Bale.
Oh, okay.
And speaking of him, I watched American Psycho a few nights ago. And I'm like, people idolize this guy.
Psycho.
Yeah. Like, you know how a lot of people meme and idolize him, it seems, on internet culture?
Yeah.
You'll watch the movie and be like, wait, people idolize this guy? Kind of like you would for Joker.
Yeah, some people that people idolize, it makes me concerned for their mental health.
Yeah. Floink. I mean, there's some that are, of course, doing it to garner such a reaction. It's like, oh, that's who you are, okay. Put the cards on the table for that. Hey, we got an auto-scroller level. We love them. Trying to see if there would be like a good time I can launch myself and reach the flagpole. I feel like we still need to actually flagpole, golden flagpole this level in general.
Oh, I think I remember this level.
Yeah. Just let the Koopa chill for how much longer it lives. And I think it was just unfurling back, only to meet its untimely demise.
Ooh, what's here? Just your demise.
Better than your Ganon. Some people are about dead ass, I'm about demise. Or something. At least that doesn't blow up the platforms. Especially with them breaking up as you go. Imagine if it was like moving brick blocks. You had to be careful not to break either.
That would suck.
Then there's just the for show spikes.
Super Mario 3D Land hard mode.
Have you ever heard of Paper Mario 3D Land, a fan game?
I've not.
I've not really seen a lot of it myself, but the tiny little bit I have seen does seem pretty interesting. Like Paper Tanuki Mario, and it almost looks like its own Paper Mario game. Kind of interesting. Indeed.
Have you seen Mario No Way Home, where Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi go fight Bowser and Paper Bowser?
I've not.
Mario and Luigi Paper Jam?
Well, I mean, like, were you talking about Paper Jam itself, or just...
I was talking about Paper Jam itself.
Yeah, I haven't beaten it. I've only gotten to Desert World. A lot of Mario games follow that pattern these days instead of diversifying. Like, hey, Grass World, Desert World.
Talking to my cousin.
We on stream. Oh yeah, here's a level I actually have to flagpole in general. Spooky time.
The Tower of Doom.
At least it's not a big cosmic clone. Well, I got double Stone Tanuki Leaf, and I can skip a few steps here and there. Imagine if I missed that boss, that would have been rather embarrassing. And every time I see this enemy, I gotta think Twitch emote level. Wide Peepa happy. about to say like where the platform's at. Just gonna go in the upward corner like this.
Oh, hey, I'm going to have to leave the stream.
Tis acceptable. Alrighty. I guess
Thanks
I'll catch you another time. Thanks for joining.
You're welcome.
Adios. Give the chat an exclamation guest to shout you out.
Alrighty. Thanks.
Catch ya. Gonna move myself around. Wait, I gotta remember like the actual path I gotta take. And let me just do something here. And toss that there in chat. Maybe even pop out a Discord over here. Take the load off my PC and just open over here on the laptop. And away goes that. Check, here we go on the audio. I hear myself talking over there. I'm still not fully sure if the audio balance is too great. No mouse cursor being shown. And on we continue. On we press at that. Can do fun stuff there, but no need. Alrighty. We are only 51 minutes into this. Time dilation is certainly in effect. With cousinly talking. Now, we flagpole. Look at that. A flagpole here has been gotten. Yeah. Wahoo. Or, what's Mario's favorite place to visit in Hawaii? Oahu! Yeah, see how good I am at making jokes. Alright, Luigi. Going to a sort of beach level. We're like beach highlands in Loch Lomond. We're him and his Tanuki, even though it's kind of Kitsune. We'll hop up here and feel happy. I feel like there should be a hidden block with a 1-up around here. But I guess not. At least it's not really a high stakes level here. Even if it is Special World. Excuse me. Bullet bills. This gives me Paper Mario feels. You just have to fight a bunch of bullet bills and then fight the blasters. Gotta itch the body when the itching needs to be done. Almost catching up with the bullet bill. Imagine getting hit by that. Imagine getting hit by that too. Bonsai bill. Ba-da-ba. I don't want your handouts of boomerangery. Gotta watch yourself. Just trying to preserve these stone leaves as much as I can. I can make this jump. Bonk. Oop. Not quite in 3D space enough to have hit him there. But I can do this. Uh-oh. At least it wasn't really bad. I still want to get golden flagpole just to have a 1-up for the road. And here we go. Like that. It was such a fun time. Yeah. Yahaha. You found me. Vibe with that music, man. Do an audio check over here. Vibe with that music. Yeah, okay. Just making sure the balance was decent enough. And Mario, you're gonna go beaching on your own time. Don't be a beached whale. Or anything of such sorts. I keep on saying like I'm gonna eat the nuts, but I haven't even eaten the nuts in the previous stream or yet in this one. Maybe better not to, because, you know, the whole not getting stuff in your teeth. Looking back at my vase, that was a little bit prominent. That's the word. The almond presence in teeth. Not the most ideal thing to listen to. For the people that do be vibing, like on YouTube. And I can talk slower and tell you to watch at higher speed. Oh, I don't even know if I'm gonna make this. Nah, I'm fine. But hey, you can skip part of the level. I don't know if that really helps the time that much, though. But it feels fun to do it. At the very least. Stagger, safety. I was worried about click-clacking around too much. And landing in a bad spot. But nothing too bad so far. Alright. Let's clear a couple Instagram notifications. Save complete. Luigi's gonna need to go to ghostly time level over here. If I can hit the L, please. Thank you. Luigi. Cool. Dirty little secret or something like that. I'm like kind of going all over the place with the levels. Like I've just kind of been in Special 4 or 5 here, or well, Special World 4 in general. But I need to clear a few things here and there in just the regular worlds. But hey, we're just getting this completion. I don't know, we might even reach a crown level tonight depending on how much we vibe. I mean, I'm sure I probably won't go too far. It's just now 11 p.m., so... I don't know, just gonna have to see how things go. I can maybe spend, let's say, 15 minutes max per world that I get completing, especially if I'm just gonna be zooming through the levels, not playing too meticulously, because we're only going for flagpoles anyway, because we're all good on the star medals in the game. In fact, when we get to the said crown level, as we'll come to find out, there are actually no star medals to get there. No, star coins. Gotta watch that big boo, though. Ba-doom. I like bologna. It is so tasty. Is this the point in the stream where no one to bounce ideas off of? Where I just kind of say a bunch of random crap to myself? That's how it's going to be. You know what? I'm going to ground pound that for one thing. Just because I felt safe enough anyway. I feel like I did stone time in the previous run. I mean, how else would I have golden flagpole it? Can't trust myself to do it without a Tanuki. I'm kind of downplaying myself a little bit. Mario time for here. Mario! It's almost like it's cut off, like with, was it Vinny or Joel? One of them. One of the Vine Sauce individuals. Doing Mario Party DS. The Mario! Then he's just like, ah! Entertaining. Especially when I explain the joke. Or something. Ah! Toad's like, I like explaining the joke! I explain jokes all the time! Because I'm Toad! Clunk, clunk, clunk. Feels like we're in the leading up level. The tortilla level, as I once called it, or whatever. Tortilla looking one. Like in World 5 and Mario 3. Where you go. Statue Tanuki mode and all that. Some thwomps, even though you're not on an airship or anything. But there are airships in the game. Whoa, watch yourself. I'm not even gonna worry about that. There's the block-a-block enemy there. Don't tick-tock. Watch me on tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. I do have a TikTok, but I don't really use it. I probably should, because, I mean, it's just one way if you want to get some views. I could probably promote my stream on that. But I'm always like, I'm going to stream in this time. Then I barely even have time to, like, put it on Snapchat or Instagram. It's like, oh man, I gotta make the hashtags. At least have, like, a copy-paste thing set up. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna stay in this mode. Hopefully you're not gonna... There we go. I should have made a decent use of that now. Oh. Uh-oh. At least stay there while the spikes are problematic. There we go. There's another way to cheese the game that I haven't really done much of until now. Oh, I guess he's immune to spike damage. He's got the spike defense 6 gem or whatever. I'm speaking Xenoblade around here, am I? Not bad time. No hits. Watch me get damaged by like a sudden spike in the flagpole. Imagine that, like, they make a Mario game where there's just like one troll flagpole in the game. It's like you're about to hit it, then it just has like protruding spikes after like 10-second intervals or something. Or even random intervals. And then there's a Mario Maker for it, where everybody has that. It's like, yeah, I'm about to win, and you get spiked. You get spucked. Oh man, I'm still worried about my 3D space there. Where am I in 3D space? Might be a little beneficial to implement that for the time in this pom-pom fight. Feels like things are heating up just because of the plastic shelling on this 3DS. I don't even really need to have applied, but it kind of helps with a little bit for grip. Maybe preventing sweat more than anything. See, I was crouching at the right time. Oh yeah, here's the fun one. You gotta kind of be in 3D mode 4. Bum da bum da dum ba dum. It's like right here. You gotta jump on this. It's hard to tell. It ain't hard to tell. Oh, you don't know. Oh, Mario is bootyful. Another golden flagpole. Yeah. He's going to Oahu again. More like Diahu. Do you, Diahu? Nah, I had to Google. What kind of joke am I trying to make? I don't know. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a little romp through the very early game. Probably Luigi'd a lot of these off screen. We'll just have to see. Even though I'm rolled for it here. Might as well go Luigi mode for this one. He did the more challenging level with the fuzzies and the time constraints before. But we got a flagpole here. No, it's just a different level here. It kind of gets Galaxy 2 and even 3D World vibes. Maybe inspiration. Not really sprawling, but also not really a savannah. See, it's like one of the more fun star coins. Like you're just kind of out in the opening. Surprised it wasn't really too much of a redo of that one Zelda level. You know, the one where you're kind of at an eagle-eye view. Then if you light the torches, let them glow, you hear the doodle-doodle-doo. That's a bit more to come later in 3D World for such things associated. Oh yeah, there's also those plots. Hasn't even really been any in regular Special World. Like, just only play some gimmicks in the regular levels. Haven't even seen a return of this level for Special World. Perfect. Clonk. Not really perfect for Luigi's brain health. Colossal Corona. Cranial. Can I wall jump on this thing? It doesn't seem like it. I didn't want to risk it with the spiky enemy. Is there a specific name? Like eel, spiny. I mean, porky puffer, prongo, piranha plant, pokey, grinder, the saw. Not even really an enemy. Now, right here, we got that, okay. Bitty Buggy, you're a cart in Mario Kart, and a lot of people like to use it because you get the super duper high acceleration, especially as Shy Guy. Yeah, look at me getting all that. Probably not even that fast to do it like that, but I did it. Plonk. Plonkadonk. Let me do backflip and spins. Oh yeah, this type of level. I don't know what's calling it. That type of level was just that type of flagpole approach. And it was cool. Yeah. Dwaha, Luigi says. Bruh. Stretch out your arm a little bit. Do some shoulder rolls. Make sure your health is fine. At least I've been really good in the past little while of like not sitting on my feet, because that really destroys my feet, makes them really calloused. Like, you know what? My feet don't look good, so let me not do that. So I just kind of have my feet placed, like I have a blanket over it, but the, not heel, but the top of my foot is touching against the side of my desk, but not really putting any sort of undue pressure or anything. Oddly descriptive. Clink and clink. Easy peasy. Not that I needed the star medal out of it. Yeah. Ba-da-da-doo. Just a nice little mini warm-up in the midst of everything. Oh, but this type of level. Verticality. See, there wasn't even really too much of a presence of this level either in Special Worlds. Like, a lot of them were pretty much redoxes, and even some were, like, repeated. Oh yeah, the whole woohoo inky piranha time. Piranha splooger. Inky piranha plant, as it's called. I knew it was probably inky something. Only makes sense with Mario medicalities. Yeah, medicalities. And there's the secret warp you can get in this level as well. Am I approaching it from here? I mean, yeah, there's that over there, but is it approachable here? Nah, I mean, there's a star medal. Again, I'm not really concerned with all the crazy stuff. We pretty much already showed that in the regular run. The secret escapes you can get. Secret exits, Mario World, my first video game. But I haven't done any runs of it. I was kind of thinking, did I feel like I started, at least tried to start an LP with Ian back in the day. Kind of like Kirby Superstar Ultra. But it has since been unreleased. Maybe I could release it as like a lost episode. It's only like 14 minutes long of Kirby Superstar. There's actually also a time we attempted to do Mario Galaxy. We did like at least a solid 5 episodes. We did a good deal of Honey Hive and everything, but that never really saw the light of day either. And also, Rayman Origins, and I will admit that I kind of was like a little rage quitty about the game there. I was like, you know what, I'm not really feeling it. That's about all I played of that game. Even though I do own it on Steam. Something to play when the time is right. Had 3D running there, but again, it's not really that bad. Can't even tell I'm flipping it around aside from me shaking it like that. Can you shake it like that? You can kind of do 3D capture in some way on this capture board. Hey look, this is a fun level. Let's see if I can speedrun it-ish a little bit, if it's the layout I was thinking. It's not get spitting though. I do be thinking it's that appearance. I don't have cosmic cones. Cosmic cones, okay, to worry about. Wait, maybe a tiny bit different. I'm not gonna worry about blonking crazily on that one. It's kind of the same. Coin coffer, because it coughs coins. Coin it coffin! Yeah, look at me just trying to jump up here this way. Luigi style. Spend all that time. Spend your life in sin and misery. In the house of the rising sun. Speaking of German, there's like the Wolfenstein German version of that song. It is Wolfenstein, right? Am I getting things confused? Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, yeah. Fleam. Very cool stuff. The checkered green grass is like grass-flavored cookie or something. I've always wanted to try a checkerboard cookie, whatever the style is called. Because they always look so tasty in Paper Mario and stuff. Or, you know, in this game, Pikmin. Ready to go on a ghost hunt, Luigi? Ghosts don't die. Yeah, turn up the dead music again. Oh man, we're gonna have to go through the regular iteration of that fun level again. In fact, maybe even for flagpoling in general. So what is going on here? Clink, clonk, clink, clonk, clink. There we go. I was wondering if it was like that other line of coins that I didn't get that would count to it. But it was only what was newly made in apparition and appearance by the P-switch. Oh yeah, that'll help a little bit. Don't you look at me, ghostly goose. Whoa! Probably could have just made the jump regularly. I assume it's still this way we gotta go. Cackalackle! Cackalackin'! Woo! Don't land on it though, even though I still have a stone leaf in reserve. Ugh, so apprehensive. Gotta watch your movement. At least you could like float around instead of slowly checking for safety. There's a big boo chasing me. I don't like it. It's chasing me very big and boo-ishly. I just kind of see the reflection of my ring light looking down. Like the reflection of the reflection in my glasses onto my 3DS. Of course, all the time looking at like I'm sleeping or something. Because of looking down. I mean, I could hold it like this and kind of hold it upright, but that would just feel awkward. I mean, it could be good for posture, but at least I'm trying to sit up a little bit. I mean, my back could be a bit more straight. I was like, man, I need to just walk around my yard, get some cardio, man. But the ground is like so, like, where the ground's not frozen, it's still wet enough to have like water bits and sloshy mud. It's gonna be like perpetual, the most ideal conditions until we get to summer, but then summer is gonna spell rain. Why are we covering like all the World 4 stuff now? Nichigo! Checkerboard, oh, this level. At least I can kind of get led around, as long as I have enough speed to move with it. Alright, yeah, I should probably be stepping on stuff here. Follow the line of coins, but I'm not gonna line up scrimmage around too much. I don't even know how football do be going tonight. I don't really care. The Colts are already eliminated. To the Jaguars, no less. I remember saying on stream, it's like, it's gonna be a little embarrassing if the Colts lose to the Jaguars. And then they did. Oh well. Again, I'm not really, too defined by football. But it's cool to see the home team win. Even if they're not the best around. Because people sometimes take them down. That Stingbee is chasing me a little ferociously, but oh well. Excuse me. Alright, let's get in prep for flagpole around here. Best way of approach, which is probably just gonna be over here. And gotta watch yourself all around for a little roof. Oh yeah. And here we go. Flagpole's already good, but let's just try to replay the greatest hits. I mean, it's kind of good to replay this levels on stream because it's been, you know, a year since I did the regular levels, plus 1-1 in Special World. But I've played it a few times on stream already by now. This year. cool. And right here, of course, it's going to pretty much be Luigi for all the regular worlds anyway. Airship time. Clunk, 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 clunk. Ah, I'm kind of nervous about you with my regular look instead of Tanuki-fied. Shwoom. Shwoom, 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 shwoom. Shwoom. Shroom. The fourth sanctuary boss. It is fourth, right? Or is it third? No, because it's like... Second one is like the creepy Mondo Mole, kind of. I mean, yeah, Mondo Mole, then like the third strongest mole of multiple reskins. Look at me for getting Earthbound stuff. Shroom! Then there's the Plague Rat. I believe it's the name of it. No, I'm not talking about stuff that can be in applicability for modern times. Man, it was still not even too new of modern times last year when I was doing this game, but we're still in it. The fun times of modernity. Just we gotta embrace modernity so we can move into further modernity. Man, it's such a weird word. Why am I saying it like that? Modernity. Gotta sound like Morag or something. Their efforts have borne many fruits. We're going to fight Pom Pom now, with the green peas on her head. She's gonna be the princess in the banana pea. A hairy banana. Perish the thought. Perish your words, boy! Or whatever that is. Perish your questions, something like that. And we're just gonna, you know, make some circularity. Nice little circus of clockwise movement. Gotta remember, it's a Roman circus. Was it traditionally clockwise or counterclockwise? I don't know. That's probably something I should remember. Kirkus with a sponsor. Just like at a gladiator show. Shwoom, 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 shwoom. Gladius, or gladiator from gladius, which means sword. And gladii, like with the two eyes for multiple of swords. Do look at the shiny Pokemon. Could be something to hunt. I've done a few streams here and there of that, but never really too successful. Maybe something for Let's Go, I'm not sure, like a Rattata, or even Raticate. I don't know. Let's do an audio check, man. Even still feel like the game could be a little bit louder, but, I mean, there's that. Like, I don't even know if it's, like, the best way to balance it out. Like, go down to 80, or even 70. I don't know, even still the game could be a little too loud for y'all. Never know for sure. Under the sea. Or something. Hey, this level is one of the more memorable ones to me, because, like, kind of introductory for the Boomerang Flower. Fun way to deal with it. Why do I get Odyssey feels around here? A bit more so for Cascade Kingdom than Tostarena. Oh, good thing I didn't have bad. Mario 64 feels with that. Exploring the mountainside. Clump. Ride the thwomps. See if they can get you some verticality in the world. Upward movement. The Sand Marge. Sand Marge? Yeah, it is Sand Marg. Not Sandarg. Or like that very awkward enemy name in Metroid Prime 2. Sand Igor. 1D. Just gotta be very careful how I say it. Making circles. Almost looks like a Luma, the way the footsteps look. Oh, it's just a little curlicue, like I'm doing the mustache movement for Night 7 and FNAF 1. Haven't even played FNAF 2. So I just need to learn the game in general for preparation on streaming that. But again, no real hurry. So at least we're getting close to getting 100% in this game. Maybe like a celebratory getting fiber stream could be Mario Odyssey, but maybe until then I could do like Psychonauts or something. Because I've been wanting to do Psychonauts anyway. Or, you know. I remember like a week or so ago, I was kind of in the mindset, you know what, I'm going to record Sonic Adventure DX, so I loaded up the Better SADX mod, and I got a lot of stuff upgraded, and updated, rather, for the way the mods are. Surprised I didn't get hit by anything there. Let them trail into nothingness onto the octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just making sure. I was about to say, like, it could be a nonagon. Be a little bit more awkward otherwise. Clink. It was rather even. Ooh, I mean, I got the flagpole, but even still just aiming this way is enough to get you nice and in practice. In fact, there was a thing I did off screen, one of the World 8 levels, that I needed the golden flagpole that I kind of messed up before because of not having a guiding ring to aim yourself with. 74! Did I get a better time? It's always a better time for myself. Hey, here, speaking of that Zelda level, here we go with it. Might even just do the thing for the sake of doing it again. If I can get myself a fire flower. Please? Please a fire flower? A fire FNAFer? It's like the little shell Helmasaur enemies. Even though Helmasaurs are a little bit different. Ooh, good thing I didn't jump at that time. I go over here, because there's that there. Then, if you want some Zelda times, you can go in here. But of course, you need a fire flower from, excuse me, elsewhere. I just made a 6 out of it. Maybe 6 more streams until I play something Zelda. Nope. No meaning out of that. Oh man, is this an Undertale puzzle? The different colored switches, even though it's like supposed to be the same room, just a different perspective. Booty. Wait, I don't need that because I could just die. Die very graciously. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Am I doing it? Trying to watch myself. Trying to pace myself. Gotta watch yourself, and I'm dead. I was like trying to make it, doing the bouncing from the different walls so I can get at least some verticality. Probably should have saved that until the end of the level just so I can guarantee the flagpole. But again, I'm pretty sure I'm already golden with Mario. Double entendre on that. Or maybe even a golden shower for a triple entendre. But not any sort of gold Mario itself. It's already that. Again, I don't need the star medals anywhere. I already got the stars taken care of in that regard. Flomp. Secret stuff? No secret stuff? Okay. That rock is a pimple on the grass. Or something of that sort. Alright. And we're going to grand pin that one. Yeah. It's been grand pinned. A little bit choky. Should I piano something? Oh yeah. I don't know if I really talked about it on stream that much. Maybe I did. It's like, I cleaned my bins and stuff. But the main thing I was looking for was another adapter, like, if I can find it, it's around here. I mean, just a 1/4 inch from auxiliary jack that goes into my piano. I don't really want to spend the time here, dude. Just so I can visualize what I'm talking about. Like, see, that's like the karaoke style, but then aux goes into there. I was looking for a second one that I know I should have somewhere, but I couldn't find. But then it just turned into me cleaning my bins. I got like a somewhat of a piano setup I can go for. I can do line in like I'm doing for this. Just, you know, recording piano instead of a 3DS. I could set up Synthesia so you can see some visuality to it. It'd be like some kind of just chatting stream, because one couldn't expect me to be a decent piano player, aside from, like, what do I know how to play? I know how to play the Kakariko Village arpeggio style jingle, but I can't really follow it up with the bam 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 with greatness. If I could trade one skill, I could probably be like, never be a good driver, but you can at least strive to be a competent piano player. Makes that deal with the DeVille. Yeah, with Dave Seville, or Steve DeVille, I don't know. Trying to make sense out of it. I get the feels of Supermassive Galaxy. And Galaxy 2. But we're listening to this 3D Mario music. As in a Super Mario 3 aesthetic. Am I going a little bit drowsy now? Drowsy! Yeah. Oh. Watch my shadow. The shadow hunting me. Am I going to be saying that all the time now? I wouldn't really want to play around with that. So let's just get moving on here. at least they move in tandem. You don't have to like activate them separately. Then they just kind of just go on their own time. They just kind of just. I mean, yeah, they're higher than they look from each other. Good thing I took that the time I did. Could have spelled death until then with a D-E-A-T-H, yeah. D-E-A-D-E-A-D. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, 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 yeah. Here we go. Yeah, man. I flagpoled this before. I don't know. Could have gotten lucky with a long jump or something. Or a tanuki. Yeah. We're just working through it. I was thinking I'd be doing most of these off stream. But hey, while it's going, might as well keep it up. Alright. Look at that. Look how we're doing. Let's face these Morty moles. Weird gasp for no particular reason. Bum 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 bing bang bong bing 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 bang. I was just trying to close that. Hi, how you doing? Get out here. Get squashed. I'm sure he didn't like that. Oh, come on. He got his revenge there. So I don't know. Am I going to flagpole here, man? Is it even that big of a concern now? See, now I get a little bit of Galaxy 2 and 3D World feels. Whoa. Just gonna roll through there like that. Just for playing 2D Mario in a 3D-ish landscape like this. Now, in the middle, there's nothing. Imagine if I could, like, treat that as like a candle, then just toss it over to the other one. I don't know. Oh, that's a Galaxy 2 feel. The cosmic slide or whatever. Wait for you. Just smoke right on the nose. Very on the nose, is it now? Whoa! Whoa! 14. Boink. Oh. Okay, it wasn't really chaining things together too well, but could have been better. Just because Luigi's so tall, man. Hello. Hello, golden friend. Just kick you around a bit. Wait, I could also do this. See, like, if it lands in a good pipe. Nah. It's like where you can kind of mess around and see where everything takes you. The middle one takes you there. So by process of elimination, this one takes you to the end of the world. Yada yada yada. Be da doo doo dee da doo. Will you join me here, my friend? Yeah. Bonk. Alright, so I get some depth out of this, even though we can just approach from the center and go up. Boom. Haha. Luigi gets his high jump anyway. Go on a flagpole. See the jagged lines on the world? It would be a bit more smooth on Loopy Card, but again, is it really that much of a problem? I don't think so. I get the added capability of a new 3DS XL capture card. You know? I'm not even sure that really helps the CPU processing that much. Too much of a difference. Alright, do I wanna... I kind of feel like I'd get a Tanuki leaf here anyway. Probably just a regular one. It's a regular super leaf instead of a stone leaf. Speaking of, super massive. Yeah. I think it's a propeller hat level. Yep. So at least I can still flagpole easily enough. Just play safety mode by going for those. Maybe see if I can get it Tanuki leaf. Nah, it usually doesn't give you the other power-ups. But you can still have fun and do that. Approaching 400 lives. Boodle-a-doo. I think it's like 1,110 that you need to get the max lives. Triple crown. If you want to truly 100% steer game. Here's a fun jump to make. Meow. Boing. I like types of movements like that in games where you can just swoop-de-doop like that. How descriptive I am. It looks like boomerang flowers down there, but it's just windmills of greatness. Yeah. Not the best approach there. Let's go to approach from below, because it's a cloud. It's only tangible from the feet down below. You don't get stuck in it in any sort of way. Yeah. And you kind of have to go 3D mode here if you want to keep it a little safe. So it can be so good with the polka dot cheese. Cheddar cheese. Sharp cheddar would be very good to have. Yeah. Yeet. There you go. There's a Tanuki leaf just for posterity. I mean, yeah, because you kind of need this right here for the swampity to get the star medal, right? How high up are we going to get? I assume this high up. Just lock it in. Well, I was about to say, like, is it just gonna keep going or what? Not gonna risk your ground pound though. Wee, because you're kind of drifting down, Lebowski. Luigiowski. Boing. I try to get at least some movement. Probably not gonna be. Yeah, you get more fluidity. Probably should have long jumped. Oh man. Now we're just gonna be like an awkward silence from here until the music kicks back in or it all disappears. Yeah, probably could have waited for the long jump. Of course, chain the bitty buds together. Oop. Oh, well, that's fine. We still land down here just well enough. Welly and swelly. I was wondering if I was even going to land on that properly. We're almost at a Pikmin number. 404. Lives not found. I mean, it's kind of good to pace yourself and not eat the almonds so much. I've had a few today, not quite as much as yesterday. Alright. That's good. Now we're just gonna go castle mode. We are at almost an hour and a half. Maybe we could try for just a little bit after midnight. Get a little bit into 2 hours on stream. Yeah, that'd be fine. Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum. Bum bum. This one. This gives me the feels even if there's no cosmic clone chasing me or time I have to worry about. And especially not star medals. Whew. It's like we're playing easy mode, man. It'd be super easy mode if I, well, for one, got an extra life. And all the fun things that could be associated. You know, the gold tanuki. It's kind of the point I was rounding him about with that. The awkward jump to make. Let's just enjoy this again. Yeah. Hey, save us! Help! Help! What can you play as Green Toad? A lot of games it's just Blue Toad as the adventurous one, and then all the other stuff. Red Toad or Yellow Toad, the best Yellow Toad you've ever seen. Looks like creepy faces in the lava. What about Hammer Luigi? I guess only for Mario 3. Hello Bowser with your tanuki tail. I can definitely make the jump from here though. As Lucas has kind of said earlier. I mean, I don't know if I'd want to risk it with that level. I had the feeling that was going to happen like that. At least we got a checkpoint though. Lock yourself. Don't stagger with the thwomps, man. Oh man, now we gotta be a bit cautious in how we play. Almost got hit by stuff. Anything to get hit by. Boing. If it ain't in the middle, it ain't no tanuki leaf. Tell you that much. No. Not always the case, but symmetry is kind of common. That level of satisfaction to be gotten. Shma. I was thinking about doing a rolly jump, but it didn't register. And also, probably wouldn't have been the best thing to register, because I almost had an oofing time right there. Hello. Okay, I was kind of close to bad. Watch it, man. I don't know where you're going. Alright, let you do your flames. Monsieur Flambe. Whoa, tail swag. Don't cutely bonk me. It's like he elbowed me down. Big pain, man. Bum, 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 bum. Shwoom. Shwoom. Whoa. 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 I was thinking I was going to get hit there, but it didn't. It didn't happen. I guess that's what I get for doing fake Scottish in a very bad way as well. Nah. It's a little tiny dragon flying type. What's it going to evolve into? The dragon? Isn't it just called like the king or something in Fallen King? Mario Odyssey? The weird big-lipped dragon moment. Ow. Memory isn't quite there. I just felt like bashing my face against Bowser there. No other reason. No cockiness associated. You flame there, you flame here, then you flame there, and you go crazy, and then you do a tail swipe. I was worried I was going to get hit there. Ugh, man. Only because, like, his hitbox was, like, kind of spread out a tiny bit. If I was, like, a bit more on the edge. Arg! And cloimp. Whenever I say, like, arg like that, I just think of, Ultra Lord! Whoa, why am I even on 3D mode? Probably just for the platforming around Bowser. Or Bowser. In fact, isn't it called Bowser, being a fake one? Just a super petrified Goomba. Maybe some Magic Koopa magic associated. Woo! I made it past the shell, only to get tailed. Tails! Because you just told me, Green Stash. I was gonna squeeze past you there, John. Oh, come on! I was like in the middle of the spikes in the middle, and that got me. Look at the brown viewing thing there because of how I have the hue shift. I just like to do that for my backgrounds on occasion. To get some diversity going on. Diversidad. Who would have thought of all games this would be the one that's like 6 sessions or so? Only because of the awkward problems. I mean, it's like Metroid Prime 3 and even Prime 1 had trouble. Had to pretty much add an extra session even if they were like within the same day. Albeit staggered by time. Whoa. It's always that part. And getting pushed into the lava in that way. It's like I'm dying more times here than a lot of special levels. I mean, I did die here a lot in the special version. It's only rolled 5 castle too. Probably because I'm just being a little cocky. See how poorly you play when you don't have Tanuki after being used to it for a while. Oh well, at least we're still vibing through the level that little bit. Hop! I was thinking I wouldn't have gotten hit there, but he was like on the way to there. What am I doing? I don't know. Facing the clock. Hey, it works. If you just rush through it, you can chance your way through. Helps you a bit more than anything. Whoa! Are the frames doing stuff? I mean, 48 dropped. Feels like I'm always checking after that. I want the power! But no, it's just flooping away. Yeah. No, I need it. I gotta regrow the trees, man. It was like the whole thing of getting seized by all that. You're shorter than us, Luigi, even though the mushroom tips are supposed to be our hats. Only in, like, Toad Warrior. Different rules associated. Alright, let's get some depth here, and... Rah! I was thinking that wasn't going to be a golden flagpole, but again, it's not really anything to be too worried about. Haha, how about that? I stay quiet during the jingle instead of saying some random tune that came to mind. TryclydeTamer, don't sing a little tune to the game the whole time you play challenge. Just trying to think of the best way to word it. Whoa. Okay. Excuse me on that one. Alright, I'm just gonna do the thing. Go to special 1. And get some stone leaves for the collection. Then I might just, here, how about I maybe run through a couple special levels just to kind of work my way through. Ba-da-ba-bum. Beat-up-bop-beep-ba-do. Beat-up-ba-da-ba-da-dong. Bum-bum-bim-bum-bim-bum-bum-bum. See, look, I'm singing tunes right now. Even if it's just bippity-boppiting to the music. I would try to get one of the dudes, but have to go out of the way anyway. Yeah, let's get some lines for the collection. Then I could go to 1, 2, and build them up a little bit over there. Maybe I'll do that. At least try to do it before the stream ends. We're now 34 into things. Try to get down here. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Just trying to get it before even bouncing on here. It's always staggering in a different way than you think, haha. Boodle-a-doo. Just barely not make that one. Don't try to flop off the world. Oh, just flop off. Boodle-a-doo, boodle-a-doo, boodle-a-doo. You got a 3-up. 3-up moons. But moons are just a collectible thing in general in Mario Odyssey. How many times am I going to flagpole this level? Do I have a new record yet? I probably set a very easy record if I just don't do the star situation. Just go straight for the stone leaves and clonk my way up. Probably don't even do the statue mode, so we just get the quick boost up. You know. Yeah, I'll just like kind of run through here a bit. I mean, kind of got this covered anyway. I'll just run through the special worlds in general. Alright, so Luigi's covered. So now let's do Mario here. It's like kind of the introductory Luigi level, so to speak, even though it kind of made things go a bit differently. Blow the flowers! Freed up, Anybody remember the YouTuber Super Genius? Jake, something or other? In fact, I'm like friends with him on Facebook. He like moved to Japan and stuff. I remember him doing an LP of this game. There's like a whole thing of him like muting his microphone thing, but then like blowing the flowers to show it's a thing to be done in a level like this. Probably like an earlier non-special version. Possibly. I don't know. Then Josh Jepson did an LP of this game. I think I watched that all the way through. Kind of worried about my 3D space position there. What's your position on 3D space? I am not in support or opposition. Don't grab it. No. Oh, so close to grabbing it. Didn't want to grab it. I gotta love all these auto-scrolling levels, man. Flump. Blow off the screen. Try not to like die in midair or anything too, because couldn't put it past the game to do that. Interesting coin sound I'm not too used to. And I'm already just up here, just let it catch up to you. Oh, I was like just on the edge too. Could have been a little dangerous. And here we are approaching the end, so I can float on through. Oh. Still going flagpole. No extra rooms for you. Wait. No extra rooms. I was just listening to the game sounds just to make sure. Good balance. Always good to check on occasion. Mario's gonna go through here. Nice little swimming time. Very swimmingly. Gotta hurry. Let's grab some clocks along the way. And you probably don't want to go in statue mode, as I've learned in the previous stream. See? Because it kind of takes a while for you to float all the way down. And kind of just get some forward bias a little bit as well. I mean, it's a good way to sink down. But not always the most effective. I could probably skip a little bit as well if I do something. I don't know. Not really sure what sort of skipping to be done. Let's try this. Meh. Cool. I mean, yeah, you have to dip through a little bit anyway. Oh, and you have to pretty much ground pound like that to even submerge. Submerge, emerge, submerge. Will that be like the way of... I know, sue is just French for going down. Downmerge. Even though we're just going into French territory anyway. Gotta keep it all within Latin. Gotta land on that. I gotta watch my time too. Kick that can all over the place. No. Cool. Keep her going. Get it nice and figured out. Gotta love it. Gotta love yourself. Yeah. Oh, we're just going in self-assured mode right here. Self-respect. Self-respect arc. Meow. It's time to flagpole this thing. Once again with a whoo! Sheesh! Can I get a sheesh? There's like my lower screen with the slightly botched screen protector stuff. So I see the little bubbles that are just perpetually floating around. Kind of. Can I squish them through? I'm not gonna try to mess up anything too much. Alright, what's next? Luigi for this level. Yeah. Still gotta take care of a lot of earlier worlds too, but at least I got a little bit of Special 7 retreaded. That's also a kind of awkward word to say. Yeah, I could just stay stone mode for here. We're just transporting. It's like we're transporting the, something or other stone in Bowser Kingdom. The stone statue. What other kind of statue? Plastic sculpture? Jump. kind of feel like I should catch up on those Book of Boba Fett episodes, but I don't know. 2 of them to catch up on. Moon Knight, as me and Lucas talked about earlier on. Are you approaching me being longer in the stream alone? I feel like it was a little bit around an hour point by the time he left. Schweem. Schweem. Claim Clume. Yeah. Would y'all look at that? Weesh. And, yeah. And, yeah. See? No crazy star coins to worry about around here. Star medals, as they're called. Yeah, I always gotta catch myself. I was wondering, like, is that one gonna be one that needs to wait around a bit? Good thing it's not a falling off track there, but you gotta kind of wait for this one. Even if there's that kind of movement. Try not to drift left. Lebowski. Good enough. No, don't let it fall. Watch your step, don't turn around, don't fall. Another Sonic song. Let's see, is there gonna be a Sonic song up here? Yep, still playing Live Life. Live Life Sunshine. Mario Sunshine. Fruit gushers, more like water gushers. I was gonna try to test and see if I could have done something interesting. As in, reach the edge. Am I faster than the fuzzies? I don't know. Faster than a speeding fuzzy. Trying to play a bit more safe to the chest than anything. Or whatever would make sense to say. Clonk, clink, clonk, clink, clank, cling, clang. The Pokemon. Gigigigigigigiaru. Good thing I wasn't too far away to fall into the pit worth. Yeah. That was a sentence. Wait, I can do a... It's a B. That's a fun song to piano-fy, even if it's more violin-based. Look at those spinning yellow clovers. Clovers? Glover, that's a game I've never played. Would be interesting. It was one of those weird games that was like cross-platform on N64 and PS1. Get a nice little stretch going on. Well, Mario goes propeller mode, and I was like hunching over a little weirdly. I've been in frame decently enough. Gotta reset position on occasion. Double it up, yeah. Go through a couple. Getting Mario Odyssey feels in that secret kind of thing where you can do some Goomba stacking very badly. Give me that, please. Please get me hat. I like hat. Let's try this. Okay, boom. Now, I can't really wall jump. I don't even know if you can in general for that particular texture. Let's try this. Meh. Then we float. Try to get as much movement like that. Yeah, big old stack, but I'll spare it this time. I don't need a life, even if I'm approaching a fun number. Ha ha ha. I would prefer Frappe Snowland music, the music, or even more Choco Mountain. Enough whistling. Man, I'd be failing my own challenge here, wouldn't I? I mean, that's why it's a challenge. And failing the challenge of surviving basic video game movement. I mean, it's a special world. You can't fault me for that much. Excuses. Whatever way you cut it, that Monado's not gonna work, boy. Or something like that. Try to get all that fluidity into it. This particular stack of Goombas is gonna lead me to death. I knew it was gonna be like that. It's just gonna be like enough to crush them all and get the one up. But then balance it out with a proper death. It's a very proper death. Scoop. Scoop. Yeah, wasn't that girl Scottish and not Irish? I mean, leave it to American to get it wrong. I'm kind of talking about the girl circulating in a lot of meme compilations lately. Smile! And there's a picture of meme individual not smiling, whether it's a cat or Jake Gyllenhaal or Jake Meowlenhaal. No. We're so golden around here. Around the gills. Be enough coins for a 1-up? Nope, not quite. Alright, is it time for grinding again? I think so. Just touch the level you want. Mario's gonna have the run through here. The runs. No, I'm gonna do the 1-up thing. I'm just gonna beeline to the end. I mean, with a second stone leaf. Not quite speedrun level now. Let's go do this. Yeah. Even if I'm failing quite graciously. With your gracious grabbing grubs. Only for posterity and running's sake. Right here. Grab it. Like a rabbit. And you gotta nab it. In New Super Mario Brothers. Wee. 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 I could just go touch the flagpole. Touch grass. Just get some coins out of it. Should be enough to cross me over to the good number of lives. Although I always gotta do this pose. Yeah, fun. Yeah. Looking like a natural symbol in music or something. Yeah, look at those lives I got. Wee-haw. I would take like a Steam screenshot, but we're not on Steam. That'd be interesting. Run this program through Steam. Maybe somehow it'll let me play with my Pro Controller. I mean, I can do that input redirection, but I've been having trouble. So I'm just sticking with vanilla, hold the 3DS and play. Not that people are so acquainted with this as a concept in general. Now let's go over to Special World 8 and just clear around here. Luigi. Try not to sing meme songs while you're here. No meme songs. Special 8-1. Only a meme number. Alright, I remember I can kind of speed through this one as well. I can get fluidity. Oh, good thing I crouched well enough. But I feel like I'm being restricted by an invisible wall or something. So many walls of invisibility. I thought there was another swinging log thing. That little wall that can trip you up a bit. Hug the wall. Let's get a little bit of movement stalling. But as long as you keep moving in a semi-forward, leftward way. I mean, yeah, this level, that's of course unique in its own right, where you have a right to left movement. As is not too common. He is worried about getting hit by that in some way or another. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Trying to clunk, clunk, clunk it. Wow. Bounce into me, and I'm gonna get you. Like that. Beam bump, beam bump, beam, bada beam bump, beam bump, beam bump, beam, bada beam, bada beam. And film. No longer the funny haha number, but the number above the funny haha number. Yahaha, funny yaha number. Ugh. Yeah, the spike eel, that's not Gringill, like in Galaxy or Malray. Alright, Luigi, gotta do this level 2. I was thinking about jumping around a little bit, but if it's level 2 be done, might as well just do it. Do. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know. It could be on an almost decent enough pace to reach the ground level tonight and just get this game done with. Not that I'm in a hurry to. I mean, it's of course going to feel good to be done. Knock a game out of contention after a year. And I've been playing more in these past couple sessions than actual last year. With practice and all too. Not really even too much practice. That's why I've kind of been playing by ear most of this game. In fact, there hasn't even really been much practice. Like the last time I really did a semi-full run of this game, like not even 100%, mostly just the regular worlds, was during a concert back in probably 2013 or 14, probably more likely 2014. Thinking I could go for a 3D world replay. Oh yeah, this fun. Little spire with that awkward poison shroom position. Maybe it's like, oh, it's a safe place, and there's a poison shroom there. It's probably like the logic behind it. The randomizer logic. A randomizer for this game. What's it gonna do? Randomize the star medals into different locations. Like one that's supposed to be in 1-4 appears in Special 7-6. That doesn't even exist? Oh. We're just saying words, are we now? Sometimes you just say words. And the words just come out. Approaching an hour 50. I mean, we're 2 hours into the session, streaming in general. But yeah, I think I can play a decent amount past midnight. So whether or not we fully finish tonight 100% or not remains to be seen. But of course, the more I do here, the less I'll have to do if I do another session. 48 dropped frames. Nothing awful. I don't even know if that would be as a result of internet hiccups or anything. Could just be hardware stuff. I wonder what the high limit I could even reach is. I mean, we're doing a regular 1080 or 720 stream, but it's gonna remux to 1080. Kind of thinking about like making them base 1080 because it kind of flumps up the quality. I know we got bad dudes around here. I gotta watch our timing as well. Just jump it. Gotta switch into the gear of what I've done earlier. Yeah, what I've done. I'll jump around and play Mario 3D Land. Avoid the stuff and try to stall the bad dude. Put to rest the big cosmic clone while I run away from his face and not get hit. So let Princess Peach say Luigi, even though she'd only really say Mario, but she'll take Luigi. Oh no, I messed that thing right up. If I can stagger around. Okay, enough of the singing. So good, I'm gonna get copyrighted even for saying different lyrics. The copyright detector will probably fill it in some way. Alright. Jumping. Wait long enough and a thing could appear. Hey, at least right here I can kind of get another chance to do the castle level and be like, hey yo, show the actual thing. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta go fight Bowser again. Con Air Bowser. Ring! Ring! Gleam. Shaving. I'm shaving and shaving. I stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this last level. The one I gotta be a little bit cautious of due to the time. But I can also zoom through with good old stuff. In the form of Tanuki time. But if I lose it, I don't know. Just lose it. Almost lost it there. But you gotta stomp on the dude. I have a little bit of easy mode with that. And right here I can skip quite well. Gotta remember the direction you press is the direction it goes. Don't gotta grab star medal again, so just keep your speed going nice and well. Yo. I was gonna stomp right here, even though I didn't land on it. Just wake me up. Oh yeah, look at all these very important backflips you gotta do in this game. Like things that are advanced movements in other games are not really too useful here. It's not really the most great Mario game for mobility. Like even the Tanuki tail, like you lose verticality pretty quick. But at least it's good for course correction. Unlike spinning in the Galaxy games, where that's your course correction. Try to make this, avoid the flame along the way. You flamin' flambe. Cloink. 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 Yeah, the shockwave probably could have been good enough there. Flame. Just watch where he's gonna jump to. Watch your shadow. You're taken care of anyway. Shockwave, just stall yourself. Don't get tail slapped. Whoa. I'm just gonna squeeze right past you, if you don't mind. I'm gonna land on this. Oh no, is my brother gonna call me again? I don't even know how I was doing on time. Probably a lot better. I mean, yeah, I was like kind of getting low before. I was kind of going without Tanuki movement. Hey, no deaths. Right? Yeah, because I didn't even die early on, then kept pretty fine otherwise, and I kept my Tanuki all the way. See how easy mode you can get? See, look, here's exclusive stuff that I didn't show on the end of the previous session. Man, see how crazy and unique stuff looks around here? Maybe these boxes a little bit. The background, slightly different skybox situation. And now, we're as Mario landing here. Feels so different, yeah, and I've gotta love it. Hope I don't have to, like, play that level again, just to, like, even get Crown World activated. I think it was just a matter of beat Bowser again, so you can like show the icons, and then you have to beat all levels of Mario and Luigi, and then the crown level should activate. Crown mode activate. That's kind of worked a little bit backwards now. Let's go. Oh, this one. Gotta love it. Love it very much. Gotta love it very much. You know, this one's not really too bad. You just gotta watch yourself in the moving times. In the living years. Final Fantasy IV, the After Years. Man, I kind of want to jump down there, but I don't even know if that's like really tangible, and I wouldn't make it anyway. Boing! Just gotta make sure you press your buttons to get the proper bouncy jump out of there. It's almost like doing a palm bomb and whatchamacallit, Psychonauts. Whoa! Probably could have made it up there better. Booty, booty, booty. Big ol' fat booty. It's a big fat booty. Mario Galaxy music. Kind of clicking into place. Trying to stall around a little bit. Stall, like the Minecraft song. Stallfos, like the Zelda enemy. Oh. This being a vehicle. Get some coins and some one-uppage around here. Oh yeah. Remember the thing I kind of wanted to do? The one-up trick? I don't remember the exact technique for it, but I think it should be fine. I don't even know if I'll get 11-10. So maybe I would need a secondary session. Or yeah, I guess I'll do that. Just to have something to do. I guess before I forget it. See how many lives I can get. I mean, I could probably just wait it out in perpetuity. Boom, 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 boom. Level 1 tool with these inky piranhas, dudes. The fake accent I got going on. Like a little bit of German with how you sound a little bit whiny and how you say it, but that's not really how it works. Especially if I'm not turning my W's into V's, even though it is just a double V instead of a double U. It would just be ooh sound. Like the Japanese name of Cramorant, a palindrome. U''U. Here we go, here's the spot. Just gotta get the right movement for it. Yeah, I knew it was gonna kick like that, so. Already botched it, man. So like kind of approach it this way, probably get it in the middle so you can like start kicking from the middle. Or something. Swamp. I wonder if such traits are put in the game deliberately. It's like a 1-2 tradition. A 1-2 punch, because I didn't get blasted. Yay. Look at me just going through the level. Yeah, look at me getting a golden flagpole that I thought I wasn't really going to get, but we got it anyway. Let me check something. Make sure that link actually works to Lucas's channel. Luke Energy, indeed. It ends with a U, so it's kind of interesting. But hey, there you go. Alright, I guess I'll give another run through the level just to see if I can get it again. Now I know the proper way to handle it. The way better approach. This doesn't always feel like it should be that way though. Burn, burn, burn. It's a burner account. Spit on my screen. Yeah. Oh, come on, you didn't spit on my screen. I'm kind of into that, you know. Don't spit on me, spit on my screen. I guess if I really wanted, I could just die and just keep replaying from here. Alright. Try to let you go in that direction. Approach you from upward. Let me just float upon you and just let it chill for a minute. See if it stays staggered well enough. Yeah. Do you really want to hear the sound like 700 times though? I don't know. Alright, it's 12:03. Hey Siri, start a stopwatch. See how long this lasts. Let's say like I'm 30 seconds into it or something. But she's still detecting me talking. Bum, bum, bum. What do I have that set for? Oh, it's for the Maximus Cup. That is indeed a thing. For whatchamacallit. I guess that is gonna start tomorrow, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it's Friday now. Well, we're 100 lives into it. It's barely only been like a minute, so we'll just see if it happens. I could probably go without audio too. Yeah, let's just play some fun music. Let's see. I will get a YouTube tab over here. What's a fun song we want to listen to? Nothing too copyrightable about it or anything. Let's see. I'll just find something for my intermission playlist. Probably something that wouldn't really be in the randomization too well with the shuffle, because it usually kind of stays with like newer stuff. See, like number 73, the amnesia looks tenebrous. Reunion. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, this song is so fitting. Just gotta love it. Yeah, and I can play a piano too. I could like even switch it over and put the piano into the mode, as long as it doesn't really mess with the noises too much. You might hear a little bit of buzzing. I know. I know it's a little crinkly, crackly, but oh, don't be like that. Right here. There we go with it. And go. Might be a little noisy. Yeah. Yeah, just call it the TryclydeTamer Jam Session. Let's do keyboard cat. What is it? Is it just... Yeah, it's just a regular. See, I could just vibe with streams like this, just like play random music and then do like a jam session along with it. There might be like, not a copyright strike, but a content ID flag or whatever. Nothing that would really be too bad. Just demonetized. Yeah, all the money I get from YouTube. Even though it could be a little strange on Twitch too. I don't know. Twitch is a little iffy. But it's just video game music. I mean, people stream video games and video games have music. So I don't know. Let's go with a different number too. Let's go with number 75. Probably some kind of organ soundy thing. Yeah. Oh, we got a vibe with it with that. And maybe even a little bit of ooh, spooky. Let's go with a mellow piano. I'm trying to think of the key I want for this. It's not quite that, but go. I think I want it to be set up. Woo! I thought the laptop was gonna fall, but it didn't. How are we on lives? 870, 880? Got to the 888. Oh yeah, roaming the waste. I don't know if this is really recommended to use on stream though. Just like a remix by someone. Let's see. Feel free to use in your videos as long as you credit me in your vid or description. Okay, this is More Ordain, Roaming the Waste remix by Eternal Sushi. It's pretty cool. In fact, we're gonna turn it up. Might just like go to level 5 like that. Nope, 5%. No, we're wasting the music. And let's keep it there. Hey, we're already getting kind of close to things we want to be at. Might even stop as we only approach a little bit into it. The right notes for it. Hey, look, we got a crown now. Trying to get Lord, we wait for you. Oh yeah, we're kind of running low with time in the game too, so that's something to keep in mind on. I'm just gonna go and blunk away. Let the music continue while we're having fun, even though I gotta switch back over to this over here. I know we're gonna get a little crackly, I know we're getting crackly. So much crackly and the thing is going away again. Such a pain, man. My thing is coming off. My protective screen. Is this just a vibe sesh now? Alright, now we'll kind of actively go for tops of flagpoles. Oh, look, all the extra time. Spin on my screen, please. Please? Come on, didn't even hit. Oh well. We got time. Gotta get that flagpole tip too. Beat out do da dee da do. Beat out do da da dee. Hope the music's not too loud for the stream either. Alright, yeah. I was gonna go ahead and close that. Yahoo! Cool. Go back to regular mode. We can unplug that. And go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, just a fun impromptu session. Yeah, I don't know if I could like make a full stream out of music jamming like that, but I don't know. It's kind of an idea. Maybe if I actually was decent at piano, aside from the little brief jamming I can do, if you can even call it that. My oldest brother is quite musically inclined on a multitude of instruments, mainly piano and guitar. Guitar fan since childhood. Kind of plays bluesy stuff these days, even though he's like always big on the hardcore metal stuff as a teenager, of course. And now he's a movie set worker. Yeah, let me just gas up my brother, because I don't have any redeeming qualities. Yuck. I just like to vibe, you know. The vibes are immaculate, as some might say. Let's try to get a straight shot in all these. Yeah. I could probably turn that into some sort of fun thing. Don't know. Hey look, we kind of already played a level with this general layout. Just a little bit different. Probably could have made that with a regular jump. But I don't know. Can't really confirm or deny such a thing. It's just like playing with Yoshi and a Cloudflower in Galaxy 2. Hello. 3D spatial awareness movement. Just line it up. And go. Kaboom. Gotta love that. Yeah, ha ha, yada yaha, yeah. Eat some irresistible snacking, smart eating, heart, exclamation point, registered thing, blue diamond, almonds, smoke. Isn't blue diamond like dog food as well? I mean, this isn't dog food, thankfully. Let me just make sure. I don't see anything about for dogs. If you eat as human, will turn into dog boy. Luigi needs to play this level. Luigi! Is this gonna be a fun equivalent? Get some Mario World feels without too much spooky ghastliness going on. Spooky ghastly! No poison shrooms around here. No, I'll just grab that just to have a layer of protection for reserve. You know, just on account of having a fire flower for the road. Then we'll only go Tanuki mode at the end. Not that we really need to flagpole too much anyway. I thought we were about to fall downward. That's not yet. Not at the time. Make that jump! Just hug the wall, make sure you're safe, even though you couldn't make it here in time anyway. Can do that. And not enough jumping. But then there's that, for a little bit of moulage. Moulage menagerie. Menage a trois. Gotta double up all our crowns though. We have like 1,086 right now, I believe it's the number. And it's gotta be like 1,110, so pretty much just 24 more lives to get. But it's kind of a remix of the more foggy one, as been seen before. Of course, it's not so bad here. It's gotta be a little sparing on your movement. Wait a minute. Okay, it wasn't really like that before. Gotta see how it was. No, there's that for the road, but I don't know if I want it for the road. Stagger your movement, man. I'm just gonna stall right here a little bit. There we go. I'm just gonna throw a fireball. It looks like Luigi's sweating, but it's just the cogs turning on this thing. What? Coggers. Hello, Star. Star. We're gonna do this. Get Tanuki mode. I was about to say, did this disappear? Wait a minute. Okay, but say, I was like kind of worried. It's gonna add to reserve or what? That's kind of how I want to be anyway. Regular Tanuki, just to save a more stony version for later. Why'd Peepa happy? That actually is an emote, not really for Peepa, but like some other character, maybe some streamer's pet or something. I don't know. Imagine having a pet ghost reminds me of that classic YouTube video. Wanna buy a ghost? It's kind of an entertaining thing from Yay back in the day. But I see that there. And the time is gonna be right for that. I kind of just did that to myself. Am I getting tired mode? Sleepy mode? Are we really? Especially because I've lost my mushroom. Not my mushroom. And we're just gonna fall casually. Man, it's like really anchored in there. My charger. Sometimes I just like to reseat it on occasion. Now we're gonna fall. But I wanted that coin. it, Dad. Oh. Let's get that. Let's flagpole this flooping, flinging thing. Ba-dum, ba-doo-dow. Boona, banuna, gugas. Crown 88. In 1988, I did something that I don't hate. Even though I wasn't even around in 88. Because I was born in 98. Filling me over, Am I just, reminiscing middle school songs now? Sounded like I was playing, Don't Stop Believing there. I mean, I can go. Not really too much with one hand, though. Then the cringe Glee-based performance we did in a high school spring concert. Not really my favorite spring concert event. Kind of the awkward, hello? 11th grade one as well. The final one with a good teacher. Like, I didn't even really realize it was the full concert until halfway through. It's like, wait, is this rehearsal or the actual thing? Like, wait, we're at the real deal thing. Because it, like, got rescheduled in an awkward way. That wasn't really fully up to snuff with. But hey, it was fine, even though the backing track for Somebody to Love got a little bit messed up. And Eli was the one singing the solo. Hey, I gotta do the middle of the road thing. The direction you press is the direction you go. Yeah. What do we got here? Okay. Alright, just keep it simple here. Simple dimple. At least I had a checkpoint. Don't want to be losing lives though if I want to reach all crowns. The super duper crown stream. Crown Royal. I mean, at the pace I'm going, I might as well just do all the flagpoling on stream. Just to pad out a little bit of game time, you know? Just to have some fun for the loyal viewers or something, I don't know. Paste that through. Race it through. Wackadoo. Maybe go 3D mode for this so I can get a little idea of what's going on. Let that go through. You are going to get clumped. You got clumped indeed. Good thing I can do that. I have an idea. I'm not going to jump. I'm going to go, and I'm going to flagpole it anyway. I was trying to do a long jump, but it didn't really come into play, probably because of the awkward walking footing situation. Yaha! Look at you all crazed up. Reminds me of Peach with the boomerang suit with her pink. She looks like Karina in the Pokemon, the Kalos region. Alright, definitely flagpole that. Let's try to work our way backward. So I guess regular world 8 seems pretty covered. Yeah. Let me check the extra levels though. The double Bowser Castle is definitely covered. Just gotta see if this one is good on its own as well. No Luigi flagpoling here. I mean, I just got a flagpole in general, so I might as well just go through the level. Need to go. Bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum. Let's try not to die so quickly though. This actually is kind of a higher stakes level. It's like, oh no, you didn't actually rescue Peach because it was like the whole pin cushion cardboard wooden thing. I don't know. This reminds me of like an electrical plug or like the plastic baby blocker thing that you put over a plug. Even though a wooden one wouldn't be the best idea. Is the way forward from here? I mean, there's that, obviously. In a different spot. I mean, it was kind of in a different spot for the star medal. It's not as high up in the special version of this. Safety. No poison shroom. Yeah, crush my boomerang, bro. Well, I guess you do this like this anyway. So let me guess. A 1-up. Yeah. There we go. Now the muscle memory is kind of kicking in for it. Gravitate. Don't risk it too much. Because there's not any biscuit to munch. That's too much to munch. That was the thing back in kindergarten. Like the M macaroni monster or whatever. I feel like I've reminisced that at some stream before, maybe even on video. That probably could have been dangerous if I were to have been hit. Gotta watch your positioning. Yeah, just heat up this metal cylinder. Kind of playing it close here, am I? I don't care if I bonk, but bonking didn't happen. Clickety-clack through. Click-cluck wood. That. Stall around. Whew, hello. Wasn't a good. But I know what can be a good. This can be a good. If I just go through with it. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. And Fing. Flagpole. Luigi states his claim where the music starts around here. Is it where the music starts or stops for the Pokemon song? Pokemon Johto. Oh yeah, and it went nightlight mode over there because it's past 12:15. Oh dang, it's 12:20. Probably make like a hard stopping time of 1 a.m. I mean, I might end before that too. Pretty well covered around here. I think I'll go to World 1. Do my ting of getting Tanuki leaves. Let's see. Well, I think I'll do the life farming here as well. Just get close to the max crowns level. That's like my main goal for this stream, just to get crowns on life count. And see how that can last. Yeah, like start with that into the crown level and see if it transcends, if I die a bunch or something. I don't know if it will work, but I'll see how it all goes. Even though I'm not even listening to the song while this is playing here. Mario 3D Land, do. Oh no, I'm losing time. Speedrun is botched, officially. Hey, at least I am getting a lot of lives though. Over a dozen around at that point. But don't get hit or killed in any sort of way around here. So I can get my satisfaction. Music. It sounds kind of awkward, but I'm still like trying to remember some kind of weird, horny anime song that has like very profane imagery and lyricism into it. Like, it's not really a song, it's like one of those angry talking songs. I don't think it's a corpse song. I mean, it's kind of got the corpse style. I don't know, just like kind of violent, shaky anime times. Yeah, see how descriptive I'm being about it? I probably have it saved in some playlist somewhere. Clear time, 99. Didn't really see my final life count that I had up to this point. Double crown 3, yeah. Heck of a number. So I'm actually not even too far from good little doubling up time. Let's go to Special World 6. Get Luigi to work here. Let's see how quickly I can do it, because I was talking about getting some quick times around here. Especially with a propeller hat. See how much fun can be had in this level. Try to get all the verticality we can. Maybe try for this. Ring. That can work as well. If it can go high enough. Yeah, there we go. It's a vertical thing anyway. Wait till I get to the high point. You're at the halfway point. You have to do that anyway for the star coin. Star medal, as it were. Wait a minute. Dang, what a level this is. That's fun. Imagine people just speedrunning it like that. I can at least get that. I could have even done faster. Double one up out of that deal. Getting closer to the max count. Based on our time, we're going to get a good deal of coins. Not quite life worth, though. Probably pretty close, though. 76. 76ers. Alright, I guess I'll just romp through this Special World 6 here. Luigi needed for this level. A fun little rompity-doo as well. Boing! Bing, bada-ba-bing. Probably should be stomping on dudes, or just swiping as I go, like that. Just gotta watch your hitboxes and how they all work. Not spend too much time. See, I didn't even end up hitting him. But I should still be fine. As long as I'm quick. Yeah. As long as I'm quick. Yeah. As long as I'm fast. Yeah. Got to be fast. Yeah. Like Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. He's a dude. Sonic Frontiers. It's gonna be the game later. Who knows if it's actually gonna be Holiday 22, or if it's gonna be delayed. Because it's probably something a Sonic team should do. Not rush out a game. Because a rush game is bad. But sometimes it can be meme material and be all funny, yeah. Ugh. Almost lost a life there. Extra time to count down will work as well. Maybe some coinage to count towards something. 3 coins from that. Oh, so helpful. Oh, so castle. And Mother 3 that I haven't played. But it's probably something that should be higher priority. There's a lot of things I do say are higher priority. I don't know. Probably highest priority right now is Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, Hollow Knight, only because I'm so close to beating it. And all that stuff. Did you get a life from... Nope, not counting up because of the remaining time. I mean, I could have got more if I had more to work with. Let's switch to Mario for this one. Yeah, if you want to hold it out. Could almost do a Koopa trick around here, but not really. Man, it's looking so dark. It's almost like it's not plugged in, but it is. My laptop. Yeah, look at me. Using the laptop just as a secondary screen. I'll do that. To cork my way through. Feels like I'm in an awkward position. Alright, now is there a faster way I can handle this? I can do a little bit of that, and maybe a little wall. Flippily dappling. Dapple doolies. Instead of the long path through. That's only for a star medal that I'm already good on. I'm already good on it. Don't be so glued to your screen. Hiya! Whoa! What are you doing? I mean, I can get that one up. I mean, I could just hug. I was worried that I was going to hit like a very tiny bit of bad juice. You don't like the bad juice. I already consumed a little bad juice tonight. As in, well, not really consumed, but cleaned my mouth with it, you know. Mouthwash, that's what I'm talking about. Bless me. Just kidding, I was just showing the showcasing. I mean, yeah, I'm totally going to get a life out of this. In fact, it might be the last little bit, because, yeah. Because of me about to be flagpoleized. And a few coins out the deal. Clunk! Yeah, that is a cool sound. I don't know why, it just sounded satisfying. Wahoo! I don't know why that's like one of the more exciting things that's happened to me. And just another for good measure. So yeah, we have 11-10 lives. Probably counts more so as 11-11 because of the 0 thing as well. But yeah, look at that triple crown. Ain't that cool? Alright, let's just do a few more levels, I guess. Oh, we got a flagpole. This, yes, yeah, no, yet another thing. Alright, Luigi's gonna go on a ghost hunt because it's just the Luigi thing to do. With this green little scarfy bandana. Kerchief. Let's go. Alright, at least I can kind of be fast with this and not really too slow. And it's also this level. Yay! I did say how many times I'm gonna have to play this level. For the sake of completion. And the complexion of completion. Oh yeah. Gotta love it. Keep tabs on the booze. Gotta have a creepy voice. Now, I don't know if this will be worthwhile to do, but it's a semi-worthy experiment if I can get to the right position for it. Wait for it. What am I doing? Cackalackle. Kakalaki actually works a little bit. I was kind of worried about my ever speeding up downward movement. I don't know why I'm so worried about chaining those guys together. Maybe get one boo along the way. Yeah. Get so much productivity out of that star. But I killed 3 big boos. Doing it in regular stuff. I mean, yeah, there's like the Rainbow Star in Mario 64. Lost Impact. Or Last Impact, rather. That's what I was trying to talk about. Like, imagine an invincibility star in Mario 64. You could just one-shot kill the big boos. Why am I trying to do that? Am I thinking the mode? Hey, here's another way you can handle that if you want to reach that star medal. Even though I wasn't quite able to there because of the way the wall sliding works. Wall kicks will work if you handle and approach them properly. Go to cool mountain. Didn't want to risk any sort of bad timed statuization there. Yaha! I'm not playing on Citra. I'm not using any HQ2X filters to make the game look super pretty. I'm just using my Cascade capture card. I feel like talking about that. Alright, Luigi. Another airship for you. Work your way through it. This could probably be the last thing I do this stream. I don't know. We are at almost 2.5 hours, so maybe I could end it. don't know, maybe get close to 1 a.m. Let's try to squeeze all I can. Every single drop of all you got, so I can make the final session as dedicated to the crown level as possible. Not really doing a good job at keeping coy about it. But hey, I didn't spoil boss battles. Oh man, there's Boom Boom, there's Pom Pom, there's Bowser, there's Dry Bowser. All these bosses, man. So much versatility and diversity. Am I gonna try this weird thing again? Squeeze through? I mean, it works. So, I proved it. Mr. Fake Block trying to mess me up. Schwam. I don't even have my hat, probably because I'm high up in lives. Got the crown level. That's an aspect of it all. More like aspect ratio. 4x3. Get ratioed. Trying to no scope. Man, there goes a crown piece right there. Clunk. Oh man, down to 9. Back to the start. Alright, let's try to do this and try to maintain its presence around. Alright. Let's see if I can work towards a 1-up. Coin-basedly. In fact, I'll probably go 3D mode just to help my depth a little bit. Imagine having even worse depth perception than me. I wouldn't say it's really too bad, but it could certainly be better. Oh yeah, there's that. You can swing out of the way. Not sure if you can swing it. Like you swing your sword, and your diamond sword. I need to play more Minecraft, because I've only played the Minecraft in that one little session I've had. Replaying Deja Vu, are we now? Am I gonna lose this before too long? Schwam. Ooh. Slippery shoes, Luigi. Tis the thing. You're not gonna catch up with me. Off to your demise you go. I'm just gonna chill right here. And I'm gonna not get hit by a big old spiky danger manland. Imagine that's like a dead body of the Plock or whatever it's called enemy. Right there. Prongo. I keep on forgetting because like Block is the green angry dragon snake looking block enemies. Oh yeah, this is the fun one to deal with. Slide on the wall. What was I doing? I was like kind of just drifting left, Lebowski. Oh. Yeah, I get to hear the sound again. Bum bam, beat a bop boom. And I feel so lovely about doing this, yeah, fun. Okay. How are we doing on this? 12:32 a.m. Let's keep going a little bit, because I'm feeling in the vibe. I think we got most of the special 7 taken care of. Cool. 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 Have we got like all the last 3 special worlds taken care of? In terms of all the flagpoleization? And we've already been good on all that. We can go Mario here. Let's get her done. The level I did not too long ago in regular version, now back to here. At least if anything, it's like a chance to showcase how quickly you can handle other levels. I should probably be getting that going as well. Cognitive load, all these words I'm saying, just kind of pausing mid-sentence. At least I don't really go, no. That's like a subconscious thing I try to do. I just, like, pause when I'm talking. Hello? Like, kind of trying to decide what I want to do. I could probably just walk along the thread of the screw there. I think that's the word. I'm no particular expert on screw physiognomy. Haha. Should probably also have a boomerang flower here. Or I could just do that, even though it might be my demise. I'm not going bad now. Can I make this though? Whew. I took the risk, and I made it, but my Tanuki leaf didn't last long. But again, I don't think I really need to flagpole here. In fact, I probably don't need to golden flagpole any more levels. I mean, aside from crown level, probably, possibly. I don't know, man. Just gotta simply touch the flagpole and get brotherly completion, as they call it. Well, I mean, I don't think anyone calls it that. There's probably interesting assumptions to be made, depending on what you want brotherly completion to be. The Tryclyde with the dirty mind. But is it really ever too different in that way? Okay, I was trying to space out how that was going to work for me. There we go, this we're at the end. Let's try to handle this well. And the flagpole do be golden. Yes, I handled it before, just like that. Just a little bit offset to do that. And it feels so lovely. Yeah. Most of the time when I sing along with it, it's like, it feels so lovely. I'm making sure I didn't hit stop streaming or anything. I'm also going to do for an audio check. Just trying to do that. Cool. Cool. I do believe we are covered on here, so I'm going to just kind of work backwards a little bit. Fill things in. Very nice. It's probably mostly regular world stuff I need to finish. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of Luigi completion that's needed. It's kind of going through back in time. Cool. I could be like switching back and forth between regular and non-regular. Then going back in time to see what all needs to be filled back in. 6 is good. 5 might need a little bit of stuff. Yeah, Luigi there. Mario here. Let's see. I think I stink. Oh yeah, a whole lot of stuff that needs to be done. But here's what I'll do. I'll do another run of this and maybe just try to do as many levels as I can as the Tanuki Tales last. How about that? Does that sound like a plan to y'all? I think it sounds like a plan to me. And it sounds pretty lovely. I can just run through instead of doing the life grinding here. There's probably also better movements I can make. Boom. Get that secondary leaf of stonery. Cloing, cloing, cloing. I could probably do some kind of weird chaining to keep the star going all the way, but again, I don't need to grind lives. We don't grind lives yet, Cap. Oh no! I screwed away my, flagpole completion. Just like that. The complexion of completion. Yeah. Love it. Getting some decent stretching going on. Get over here. What was I looking for? Try that. Now looking around a little bit. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah. Cool. Alright, got those things. Here, let me just kind of run up through the special levels. Fill in what's going to be needed otherwise. Because I know it's going to be a handful of things. Oh, I got a flagpole here. Goldenly as Luigi. So let's definitely approach this with a clean slate of Tanukization. Let's go. I don't know, I could very well reach World Crown tonight, I don't know. And it could be a short stream otherwise, but this one could be a little bit more extended. At least if anything, the longer this goes, the more I could just leave my computer on overnight. Just try to block all the lights, because I do like a decently dark room. Maybe a little bit of nightlight for the spooky, but as long as it's kind of a softer light, you know. That's why I have my laptop on nightlight mode. Only if I use the laptop before sleepy by. Yeah, don't even touch the ground there. I never touched the ground. Gonna be higher up, I believe. For this one. Yeah, so again, if I was gonna be hitting the right approach for it. Alright, time to get building. What's this? Fork knife? Minecraft mac and cheese? I don't know. I was like thinking of possibly doing a crazy jump to reach over there just to prove myself, but no, not gonna happen. I'm gonna only prove myself like... No! No! That was so bad! No! Luigi! Why would you do that, Luigi? I think I'll just go through this level again just to get out of the way. Only because we're here. See, we got the completion, we just gotta get an actual golden flagpole. I can always count on you to do it, Mario. Even though Luigi is the higher jumper. I was just playing a little cockily. Cuckoo cockily. Let's try to be fast. But you always gotta like second guess where it curves off to. If it's curvature. But hey, I can do this. I was about to say, like, can I do that? I was like, starting to have doubts. No, not the Psychonauts enemy. Don't come after me. Even though I think those are regrets. The ones who go, the weight carriers, carrying the weight of your regrets and all that. Heavy weight. Then, panic attacks being the pretty interesting psychedelic enemy for your psyche. Probably don't even need to worry about hitting all these. It's enough to build up with. Stall yourself. Steel yourself. The fight has only just begun. I'm ready. You're trying to get us killed? Gotta roll the T into the U. Alright, let's try to be better about this. Nothing to prove yourself about. Get in the bots, Mario. You know you want to be in the bots. Oh, that was about to be another moment. Just let it build up. There we go. I was a little worried, to be honest. But hey, brief meaning of life number up there. 42! I haven't even consumed that media, I just know it from popular stuff. In fact, I probably only really heard that in 11th grade physics class. My teacher was kind of a nerd. He was like, alright, so who knows the meaning of life? And someone was like, 42? 74! 24! 25. You probably don't get what I'm saying, because that alert has never been triggered, even though I probably did like a emote test for it. Just to prelude how it could be. I think I had 2 golden flagpole here as well. Can I see from here? That doesn't want to show. So immediately. Hi. I was kind of doubting if that would even work too well. Ooh, staggering. Bum bum beat it bum bum. Alright, let's still have double Tanuki tail. Good enough to work with. Alright, let's just try to reach over here. Get all we can. I'll be all I can be. If you'll change along with me. Do our part to make this world a better place to live. Kind of a sad connotations to that. It was like way back in 5th grade or so. Like a student's brother passed away, and we did that as like a little memorial for them. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it was a little cringe, but also kind of heartfelt. Anyway, wait for that. Keep on yumping about it. Wait for it. Stall. Cool. Okay. I feel like I tried for a hidden block here before, but why does it feel like Mario 64? Just like the texturization on this. It's not in the middle. It's not nowhere. Don't we gotta fight? No. That flagpole better be yellow adjacent. In fact, right here, could it be a toad? Could it be? No. Not even gonna worry about that. I mean, we're gonna recrown our lives anyway. Center out, and... Nope. I mean, we goldened as Luigi, so we should be fine. Be kind of weird if you did have the golden flagpole at all and it wasn't really marking properly. That'd be a little bit of a stickly wicklet. It keeps catching me off guard every time I hear it. Like I lose a life, then I regain it and get back to that point. It's still like scaring me more than anything on any level I reach it with. Okay. Alright, Luigi needs to do that. Alright, so Luigi definitely needs to fill in the rest of this world. So you know what? I think we're going to save it. Do you believe so? Alrighty, y'all. I'm just going to do the reclaiming off screen. In fact, I'll just say my goodbyes as I get through this. It's been a good stream. Almost 2 hours and 40 minutes, but it's probably going to get closer to 2 hours 41 by the time it ends. Probably just keep on talking. So, what's in the streaming future? I mean, there's this game. We got to get it finished. Recording future. I want to finish Sonic Adventure DX, and of course, Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I missed a couple Christmases by now of, like, a Christmas-related level set. Never even played, so I feel like actually get into practice for it. Then Undertale Genocide Run, eventually, just to do one on stream. For the books. Maybe mess around with, like, various things. Oh yeah, Deltarune 2. Yeah, and Deltarune Chapter 2. And all that stuff. And let's see what else. Sonic Adventure DX, all that stuff, and Psychonauts that I want to get to streaming. More Metroid stuff on the occasional occasion. I don't know why I was just stalling that out and everything. Just only on the sake of doing it. Yeah. And otherwise, you pretty much know how spontaneous I can be. I can just do whatever the heck I want. And of course, I always upload like these long VODs to YouTube, so people are probably like, oh, I don't want to sit through this, even though you can speed it up and get the browser extension video speed controller to get it that much level of speedy. Alright, with that, we're going to save and quit and get out of the game. And I'm going to catch you on the next stream. No guarantees if I'm going to like stream tomorrow and if it'll even be this game. But we'll just have to see about that. I might reward myself with some nuts. Or maybe something to ease the stomach before going to bed or something. I don't know. Alright. Until the next stream, whatever it may be. Or the next video, whatever it may be. Because I could do something completely different. Like more vocoding junk. Or even like a stream of piano jam time. Alright, yeah. Do not trust yourself. And I will see you